Welcome to The Strongest Style, a pro wrestling podcast. I am your host and former Strongest Style World Heavyweight Champion, the living legend Logan Hurston. And I'm of course joined by my co-host, the new undisputed Strongest Style World Champion, the king of Shin Niho Puroresu, the gimmick killer, Cooper Prater.
Are you a Shin Nihon freak? Well, you're not as much as me. I love Shin Nihon. I would die for Shin Nihon. Fuck WWE. Fuck AEW.
Can the coldest white boy in the game speak a little Nippon go tonight, fellas? And he is a giant, the young lion of this podcast.
Oh my god.
Man with the greatest combination of last names in wrestling history, Jack Rhodes Dudley.
Fucking young boy.
I was going to record with you all tonight, but then my great leader told me that we were boycotting all Forbidden Door shows going forward. So as long as AEW is still a topic of discussion on this show, I am afraid I cannot partake.
Get ready for that Ricochet match, buddy.
Running from the grind.
Running from the grind. Unironically, he said that because that's going to be the match. It's going to be Tsuchi versus Ricochet.
That's way better than a lot of alternatives, to be honest.
What are the alternatives?
I mean, like
genuine that you would think. Oh, he's going to face Jericho. Give him
what
Jericho.
I really think, if you want to know like what is going to happen, is that I think that the world title will genuinely not be defended, and I think they're doing the Umino Kid match before the G1 at Forbidden Door.
Oh, for sure.
That's what I just think that'll be sort of the replacement.
I mean,
but maybe Tsuji will actually defend if he does. Fucking, I don't know. Who is big enough to justify this stupid angle?
Jericho.
Oh my god, that would be so funny.
Tsuji puts the old dog down with the what's his new move?
The Fire Blaster. We'll talk about the Fire Blaster later on.
If it is Jericho, he's got to bust out the old Super Liger gear.
True.
That'll finally get over now.
The thing is, like, I don't even know who would even be the options because I mean, how many weeks away? We're like 2 weeks away from Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
Kenny's wrestling somebody, like all like the people who are like have connections to New Japan. Like people were saying the Ospreay match maybe at Forbidden Door for a long time because of the Cal Newman thing, but he's wrestling Swerve. I mean, you could do Ricochet, but when in doubt, pull out a Ricochet title defense, but who cares? There's not really any big names for Tsuji.
Do Brody King, I don't know.
That would be pretty cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah. If you just want like a quick good match.
What if they did Bandito? And then you have like cross CMLL plus Ring of Honor type, and you have him beat a champion.
Cool. I think like, yeah, I don't know.
They could just run Andrade again for the third time because
I have a feeling
that's the rubber match.
Rounding off the Andrade trilogy is actually a good idea because it'd be for a different title this time.
Yeah,
that would be very cool.
I would say that if I didn't feel like Andrade was going to get wrapped up in this MJF and
for sure
Briscoe thing.
Yeah.
I mean that maybe he doesn't though. Maybe MJF specifically doesn't pick him for that match.
He's picking the House of Torture.
That's
what I saw on the internet.
Great.
I thought the match was already made.
No, they should. That is complete bollocks. Because they're just gonna do. I understand.
That'd be so.
It's
fucking
an
funny.
AEW match, but like, let's get a little fun with it, guys. Let's just have MJF draft people from CMLL and give them Ren Narita or Sonata or somebody. Like, please. But no, we have to get the Don Callis family.
We're gonna get the Don Fale family. That's what
Yes!
I'll tell you.
Real. See, that's why you're the number one fan of New Japan Pro Wrestling on this podcast.
Exactly. I love Shin Nihon.
Au revoir, Shin Nihon.
Ichiban.
Jack,
anyways,
how do you feel that out of all those matches on Dominion, none of them could live up to the matches the Good Brothers had today.
That is so, like, there's no fucking way that's true.
What if it gets... Look, here's the deal. I don't think it's going to be rated higher by Meltzer than, like, Callum and Tsuji, because Meltzer's crazy. But what if it gets the same rating or higher than the Knockout Brothers defense? What are you going to do?
I think that they need to bring them back as soon as possible and run a KOB versus Good Brothers match. Brothers versus Brothers match immediately.
That would be sick.
That would be hype.
They should have done it before they dropped the titles and had Carl Anderson keep his defense record, be the spoiler.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny.
Yeah.
I just don't. Noah like doesn't exist to me, so I don't know what the hell is going on over there.
But
earthquakes apparently.
Yeah, they
I mean, look, we're gonna watch the Monday Magic with the Monday Magic Musketeers, right? We're watching that match, right?
Yeah. I thought that like already happened.
No, it happens either like the end of this month or next month.
How long have they been building up that match for Monday Magic?
Brother, they got a venue to sell. They got it's there all in.
That's not true.
That's not true. Yeah, let's move on to the news.
Yeah, where are we going first, Logan? The news?
I think we're going to our neighbors in the south. We're going all the way down to Mexico City, Mexico.
Oh my god!
To start with some CMLL news, Cooper, you want to take it away?
Okay. So look, I like CMLL. They're really good. I just sang their praises. Just not even a episode ago. To declare them as the one true Lucha Libre company in Mexico, and I still think that that's true. AAA fans, you have not won yet. I still think that you are all vegetative invalids. But even the best of us can make mistakes sometimes, and I feel like they are on the verge of making a pretty big mistake. So it was announced recently that amongst a flow of people leaving, total nonstop action. They just can't seem to keep anybody over there in TNA. Obviously, last week, I don't know that we actually talked about it because I don't know that it happened in time for us to talk about it. But Steve Maclin apparently has walked away from TNA, former TNA champion, and then in his first appearance post TNA departure, he I think called TNA management cucks. He told those cucks that he was leaving, and so that's cool. So another departure recently, Tessa Blanchard, who might actually not be very well known to some listeners nowadays. It has been quite a while since she has been really on anybody's tongue in the wrestling world. That there was a time there in, I want to say like 2019, 2020 maybe, where it looked like people were very high on her. Also, former TNA champion.
World champion.
Impact world champion at the time. And she was getting pushed really hard. Obviously, second generation with her father, Tully Blanchard. However, a couple things about Tessa is that it has been alleged, I'm going to say it again, it has been alleged that she's a fucking racist. So,
by many people for a long time.
By several people who have other people who have corroborated those stories. So, make of that what you will. And Yeah, seemingly just not a super great presence in locker rooms, generally speaking, but especially locker rooms with people who don't look like her. So, you know, she took the natural route for a American independent wrestler in some degree of controversy, and she went to Mexico to make a long and fruitful career in lucha libre. It has happened so many times now, and I don't exactly know why. But it has been the safe refuge for many a canceled American indie worker. And now this is not anything new. She was working for CMLL for a number of years now, actually. I think since at least like 2023, maybe even earlier than that. And I have always skipped those matches that she's had on their cards. And she did come back recently, after she made her reintroduction to American audiences in TNA, during which I will have to remind everybody as well, the TNA audience upon her debut chanted, "She's a racist," towards her.
That is true.
So after that, she did make another trip back down to Mexico, and I think she worked the Noche de Amazonas show that they did, I think, like in March. And I didn't watch her match, obviously. I'm not going to watch any of her matches now because it seems like after this thing with TNA didn't work out, she is planning seemingly on making it full-time in CMLL. They apparently offered to pay her more and push her more, just use her more frequently than TNA was using her. And she is a lot of people don't like to hear this, but I think we should all brace ourselves for the inevitability, I think, that she is probably going to beat Persephone when Persephone signs over to AEW to become the new CMLL Women's World Champion. And that kind of sucks. There's just kind of no way about it. And she's not even... The thing is, like... you could wrestling is full of controversial characters, to say the least. But there are certain folks out there that many wrestling fans will completely, even like morally upright wrestling fans, if such a thing can be said to exist, will disregard a particular performer's controversies if they are just fucking great in the ring. AJ Styles, we did a whole retrospective about where we all gushed about how great AJ Styles is, and that's because when it comes to what he does in the ring, he's one of the greatest people to ever do it. Tessa Blanchard is not one of the greatest people to ever do it. She kind of fucking sucks in the ring too. So I don't really get people's infatuation with having her in the promotions, let alone pushing her as a top talent. So CMLL is still great. They still have Mystico. They still have Soberano Jr. They still have Blue Panther, who is killing it. Ultimo Guerrero. So many great talents. You were
just
in CMLL,
singing the praises of Viano, the new Viano, the other day.
Yes, Viano Tercero Jr., Zandokan Jr. CMLL is on a good trajectory, I think, and is still one of the top promotions going. They are just also kind of stupid sometimes.
Yeah, undoubtedly. There's I like you said, I just don't really understand the fashion with, or the fascination, I mean, with Tessa. Like you said, she's never really been all that spectacular and has this awful history behind her too, of just like even more than just actual racism. It just seems like nobody has ever enjoyed working with her. She's got one of those reputations of just sort of making enemies out of everyone for one reason or another.
I think she is somebody who has a overinflated sense of her own worth to the wrestling business as well. So
yeah, undeniably. So it will be annoying to see her continue to be featured on a prominent wrestling promotion, especially one that we all enjoy. But I hope maybe taking away one source of income, maybe she'll still be making less overall, and we can all be happy about that.
My hot take is I think she does go to CMLL, but I think the AAA venture means it's only a matter of time, especially with the way contracts works in Mexico, where you can't just kind of like quit and leave at any time. I think again, it's only a matter of time. She just straight up look. She's friends with Charlotte. Taker ain't gonna mind bringing her over, and
no, they won't. They would take her up in a second. I just think though that if she's being treated well in CMLL, she has no reason to leave. So, other than to, I guess, hang out with her other. But no, she wouldn't even be hanging out with Charlotte. Charlotte's working. They're not sending Charlotte to AAA. What are you talking about?
Charlotte wants to work at AAA just to be with their best friend. No. Even then, though, if she gets more money from AAA, which I don't know if they have more money, but they are backed by that machine. Why do people do things? Some people do get treated well, and they'll still make the jump. So that's not necessarily, Because again, like there's some people
yeah, but I feel like that would all have been worked out like now though, like if it was going to happen, So
true.
I'm not ruling out that it can still happen. It absolutely can. I just don't think that's where she's going right now.
That's what you call the best case scenario for Cooper. It would be so good if it'd be the one time you want AAA to swoop in and take someone away.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Take her yesterday, please. Dear God. It's what those fans deserve. Jesus.
It is pretty bad that even the racist is leaving TNA.
That's true. They're losing a ton of people lately, haven't they?
What's his name? Maclin, who I don't think would have ever got signed by AEW, and doesn't seem like WWE was bound for him. Straight up called his boss a cuck, and then got left, quit 3 weeks later, and is now working the Indies. So, I genuinely think the Indies pay more if you grind than you would get paid in TNA, because I think almost everybody is a per, except for probably the Hardys, or a per appearance deal. Maybe Moose in the system, but everyone's per appearance deal. So, and again, when you sign a TNA, it's the same thing as doing.
You think they don't got Brian Myers locked down?
I don't. I think they may possibly have Myers on a better deal just because he has Creative Pro, possibly, but I doubt it. I don't know if Myers wants to be locked down by TNA, brother. Maybe he's my boy, Matt Cardona can get me round 4 in the Fed, brother.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's not
Face the
impossible.
facts.
Yeah, face the facts. Honestly, though, the thing about Myers is, look, he's never going to have another WWE run, but if he wanted to, he could 100% be a coach there with the amount of people he's made from Creative Pro.
1,000%.
But just MJF alone means, yeah, brother, we'll give you a job. We'll find something for you. And he knows that system type thing. But, yeah. I don't think he's actually one of the few wrestlers I don't think it's pinching for money, because the figure freaks keep the Major Wrestling Figure podcast afloat and they have a bunch of brand deals, They're doing
somehow.
Do they?
That's why it's a good thing. That's why Smart Mark Sterling never asked for more in AEW, brother. He said, I'm fine with being in the Ring of Honor. I'm getting paid an ungodly. They have deals with beer company. They had a deal with Pabst Blue Ribbon, bro. It was crazy. And garage beer, and they do live. There's an audience out there for them, But yeah, I think TNA is a sinking ship. Where did all that AMC money go? We all ask. Was there AMC money? That's the real question. Did it ever exist?
It went into paying BDE. to be on their show.
I don't even think he's getting paid.
I don't know. He's a big YouTube star. Who we gotta keep that one.
AJ Francis's check must be so big right now.
Right.
But again, it's like TNA is like one of these companies. Like you sign a TNA or like WBID, and they cut off so many dates that you could just be having. Because like that's the one thing about like if you're signed to AEW, you're getting full length time, or most of the time they don't interfere with too many indie dates. Every once in a while they do have also I think like a per appearance deal for some people for like very lower. I think like Priest is on one of those.
Yeah.
But like they don't interfere with like if you got a date or something like that, or like if they do interfere, you're probably getting paid more to be on AEW TV. But for TNA, they pay you so garbage that you would make more on these indies half the time than being on the broadcasted show. It's like, who would want that? And like tapings last, however long, stuff like that. You're not getting as much, but it's just crazy to me. Same for like WWID. Like, what do you mean you're gonna like? I don't even like Tessa, but like, what do you mean you're gonna block her CMLL dates? Like, why do you have the authority to do that, brother? WWE don't even like you. They're throwing you away like you're Andy with Woody. I don't want to play with you no more. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Speaking of other fun wrestling news, we're going to jump across the pond to jolly old England and get a little progress update. I don't know if you guys last heard on the podcast, but Big Damo and Nikki Cross bought Progress, and this week they booked Joe Coffey.
Woo!
Just immediately tanking all that goodwill they'd brought.
I know. I think just 2 weeks ago. I was like, "Hey, this might be such a great thing."
That's got to be the quickest turnaround that we've had on the show.
They're so fucking.
To be fair, I think TNA. Going back to TNA, everyone's like, maybe we get back on, and then immediately finding Scott D'Amore maybe have been a little quicker. Maybe.
Dude. No, that's original. Even in the immediate post D'Amore runs, I still saw several, like pretty diehard TNA fans. I don't know anybody that's into this whatsoever. Bro, I think they actively turned away a substantial potential audience from this.
You want to hear something crazy? That I don't think either of you have because I had sent it in their group chat. It was on Instagram. You know who's one half of the Progress Tag Team Champions right now?
No. Is it not
Jack?
Like Luke Jacobs and
them? Isn't it Damo and?
No. Newly crowned Progress Tag Team Champions. Man like Darice and Drilla Maloney.
Yo, are you serious?
Yes, he is. He won it like 2 days before this announcement. Bro, he did one. I told you he was doing Progress dates. We mentioned it last time, and him and Darice won the titles. That guy, now he gets to wrestle Joe Coffey, bro.
Oh, God. Are you serious? He's in that match?
No, he might be, though.
Straight after... He goes straight from winning the Progress tag titles to doing fucking DT lore with Gabe is the most over man in all of Osaka. That's amazing.
I'm just saying, bro, like, if Coffey's there, it's not long before we get Gallus and Wolfgang, and they're definitely going to challenge Darice and Drilla.
That's probably true, Logan.
So.
You said something true.
What does that entail? What does that mean? I don't say something true normally?
No, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Just letting you know.
Like a dog pissing on their leg immediately. Big Damo not only books Coffey, but then gets all butthurt about people calling him out about it.
Yeah, makes the pissiest little passive aggressive tweet after about it.
I didn't even see this tweet. That's why I didn't make the connection, because I was just like, I saw that and I'm like, progress gonna progress, and I just went about my day,
You were like, oh wait, there's a new guy here that.
Yeah, I just forgot. I was like, there's a new one.
I mean, yeah, like, what do you expect at this point, honestly?
how far are we from them bringing back Jimmy Havoc?
Well, Jimmy's got a good gig going at I don't know, Best Buy or some shit over there. So I don't know that they can quite make those rates.
Yeah, true. I do wonder if there's anybody like Coffey.
I'll tell you what, though, you are getting Marty Scurll. You are getting the Scurll return.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be crazy. Like the thing about Coffey is like, yes, he should. Alleged and canceled and all that stuff, but like he was in WWE, so like they don't get a pass or anything, but like that doesn't surprise me as much. But if they did bring back someone like Skrull or like El Ligero or Gentleman Jack
Damo was on
Gallagher.
his fucking podcast, dude. They're boys.
Oh, he was. Oh my god, I forgot that.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
he's got to book his boys.
Party Marty versus
one?
Cara Noir in the main
That
event
one-
of Progress Wembley.
Oh my god! Whoa. Sorry. Sorry. I'm trying to find what's that Travis Banks. Travis Banks. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to name drop Travis Banks. I looked up.
You just gave me the biggest fucking like brain
Oh,
blast.
yeah, me too. Bro, the
trying to
South
say-
Pacific Power Trip. Oh
Dude.
my gosh.
I was trying to remember Banks, and I looked up who was in WCPW The Prestige, and then I went onto their Pro Wrestling Wiki page, and it, the
All of
most
them.
recent matches of The Prestige, and one of them shocked me because it says The Prestige versus Bullet Club and Gabriel Kidd. I was like, holy shit! Oh my god.
What did they
those
know?
He's fucking shredded now. He looks like a totally different guy.
We'll get to that.
Yo, he's yoked. So besides the stupid progress shit, another little bit of pro wrestling news unrelated that I experienced personally today is that I experienced 2 days ago rather. I went to the movie theater to watch the new Steven Spielberg flick Disclosure Day, and then as soon as the Universal Pictures logo ended, I was granted a crazy close-up POV shot of me staring down Lance Archer's fucking face, and then I got like a nice little 3-minute match between him and Brian Cage before boring mid-movie started. So
I can't
very
argue
cool.
with
I had
you.
no idea that was happening.
So what's funny is I think we mentioned this a long time ago because this was like reported. Whenever
They were
like
going to be in Disclosure Day.
well, they were going to be in Spielberg's next movie. It was like before we knew it was Disclosure Day or whatever. And like I knew it was an alien movie. I was like maybe they're like the aliens in disguise, you know, they as big jacked men. I did not know they were literally going to be in a wrestling ring, and they gave Cage the most generic wrestling gear of all time. Like Archer's basically wearing his normal gear, and they gave
Yeah, he
Cage
looked
like
normal. He's just in like a plain blue trunks, and I couldn't really tell that it was him.
they gave Cage like the M. Dickey starter kit for real.
That's right.
Have you seen the Instagram post Cage did about it, Cooper, or any of the posts? He like I gotta send a picture of this on the Discord. It looks like nothing like anything you've ever seen Brian Cage wear ever. I'm like, why? Do they have budget for this, or did they just like
I
they
mean,
just want like wear your normal gear?
I mean, you say that Brian Cage has been on a spell where he just wore Young Lion trunks and like black boots and shit.
This isn't like Young Lion gear. This is like my first idea for fun gear as a wrestler. I'm gonna send it in the Discord.
Like whatever's like starter
yes,
kind of shit.
It's black pants with undies over the top that are blue with stars, and then like stars on like the gear. Like he looks like a throwback wrestler.
Okay.
Yeah. Should have let him wear the Sting gear for real. That's what they should have done. Spielberg pops hard. Do you think Spielberg watches any pro wrestling?
Absolutely not. What the fuck are you talking about? No.
Like,
Then why did he
watched the
start
movie
his movie with the wrestling scene?
I can
There's gotta
guarantee
be
you,
fucking-
watching that scene, that he does not watch any pro wrestling.
That was his like drop for the next movie. He's like, guys, I'm actually gonna do a wrestling movie next.
That would be so fucking sweet. But
I sent it in the Discord.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yep,
That's something BK Westbrook would wear.
that is some BK Westbrook gear. Yeah,
What is the name of the company? What is it? It says WWIN. Is that right? Is it just in?
I think it's just Win Wrestling.
Oh, you're right. It's like Weird W. WIN Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But
They
that
call
was him
it's
going
called
to the Chokeslam land.
Grudge Fest was the wrestling show.
Yes, the pay-per-view was named Grudge Fest. That movie was so fucking boring, man.
Look, hey, I haven't
the
seen
idea
the movie.
of a movie starting with Lance Archer and Brian Cage and then becoming boring is really fascinating.
That was the best part of it. Me looked at each other like, holy shit.
Was it you and Cliff?
It was me and Cliff and Sam went to see it, yeah. And he was like, did you know about this? And I was like, no. I guess I did, though. I was wrong.
Again, this was a long time ago. It was so long ago that like I forgot they were in the movie, and then somebody mentioned it in one of the group chats. Like, crazy that AEW hasn't done any promotion with Disclosure Day since Cage is in the movie, and I was like, what? I forgot about that.
Have you seen it, Logan?
No, so that's why I'm trying to get you to stop crapping over it until I make my own opinion.
Oh, okay. Well, I was about to say, I feel okay.
I was going to go see it today, and then I was going to go see another movie, and then I did none of that, and I watched Dynamite and Collision and Noah all day.
Real.
But I plan on seeing it next weekend, so I will give a full in-depth review.
Okay.
I've heard mixed things. I've heard people that absolutely love it and are like, this movie's great, people won't see it, and then I've heard people being like, this is boring.
My older brother said when we got out, he said that this movie would go hard playing on a weeknight on like TNT or something with commercials.
We need Cliff on the podcast.
Straight to TNT.
Right. Yeah, he would love to do one. Maybe actually, we should.
We should
right after Avengers: Infinity War. Never.
In between Infinity War and Fast and the
My boss jokes about like being on the podcast. I'm like, I don't think you want to, because I'm like, I don't think you would like what Cooper would say to you. Is my response to everything. What? He's a WWE fan.
What did I do? I mean, I'll just say that he likes bad wrestling. Like what? That's, yeah. It's nothing against him. I mean, he's just a moron. That's fine.
That's my
I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Lots of people are morons. I think you guys are morons half the time. Jack watches New Japan. What are we talking about?
Well,
I do watch New Japan.
Speaking of morons, we have a new show debuting on New Japan World every week. MLW Gladiators.
That's not what they're called. I found out that's not what the MLW fan base are called. They're the Renegades, apparently.
The MLW Renegades are joining.
They're the Renegades, but the wrestlers are the Gladiators, right?
I don't fucking know.
I'm pretty sure that's what whenever they had the cross CMLL like show, they were like the Gladiators of MLW. I don't know.
Sure.
This is the weirdest thing though, isn't it? Like I've been hearing in my periphery that MLW has been just looking for a home. How the fuck did they end up getting a deal to air their show on New Japan?
Well, I can tell you how.
They've never done anything like this before.
Two things. One, they have, Suzuki and Kojima and Kushida always work for them pretty regularly.
Oh, that's true. They do have a lot of liaisons, yeah.
Yeah, and they've made deals with Stardom and New Japan to, send over talent from time to time. The other thing is they don't have a TV deal. They're just airing it on YouTube. So basically they're just putting a free show on New Japan World that costs them no money.
Are they going to keep on putting it on YouTube, even if I thought it was going to be exclusively?
No, they went to look for a TV deal and didn't air their show for 6 months and then never found one. And then all of a sudden started uploading it to YouTube again. And so it's 6 months behind the show is.
Yeah.
So
I remember they made a big deal about a full press release and everything about they were moving their home base to, I think, South Carolina or something. And,
sure.
and they filmed a whole bunch of episodes of Fusion like in batch, and then we're just sitting on them for months and months and months.
Well, in theory, I don't mind other pro wrestling being added to World. I just wish it was like literally anything else. I guess I wouldn't rather be TNA. It's better than TNA.
They're the number 3 promotion in the United States. It's true. Unironically, it goes
number 3. The drop off to get to number 3 is so vast.
WWE,
it is
AEW,
not even
MLW.
worth using that terminology. That's like if I said that like my fucking
All Japan is the number 3 promotion in Japan.
Yeah, All Japan is the number 3 promotion in fucking Japan right now. It's like saying that my rec basketball league is the number 3 basketball league in the country.
It's like saying RC Cola is the number 3 cola brand.
I love RC.
Yeah,
That's
but like
true.
comparably to Coke and Sprite, you know.
RC's a good something.
So, hey, if you love RC, you'd love MLW.
I love MLW Fusion on New Japan. Oh, well.
Hey, RC Cola of wrestling.
Yeah.
You have fun watching the rude dude Matt Riddle every week, brother.
Oh, fuck. Well,
and I want
will get
reviews.
To see, I'll get to see Long Boys Kushida since you're talking about that.
Hey, in 6 months, you'll get to see LeBron Cozone.
Yeah.
When they finally catch up.
Right.
Hey, you let me know when Cozone debuts, and I'll start tuning in.
There's no guarantee this will even last that long.
It is funny that the AEW deal stopped, and then instantly they went to MLW. What if this is the turn of the tides right here? The MLW Gladiators are the new Forbidden Door. They're going to start running those shows in New Japan. Suji won't defend in AEW, but he will defend in MLW.
He's going to defend in MLW. Oh, my God. They give him real respect.
You better watch out when Bishop Dwyer fucking takes that belt.
Oh, my God.
Brother, you're going to get the Killer Cross match versus Suji, and you're going to like it.
Oh, my God.
But I think...
So where are we going? Where are we going first besides the news?
We're staying in America, man. We traveled across the world and back in this like Japan-America relations to come back to the dub. It is Forbidden Door season. And it's time to talk about some Dynamite and Collision. I actually think Collision was the only show that all 3 of us watched this week.
You what? You collided too?
Of course I collided.
Go.
It was better than Dynamite.
It's the A show. I've been telling you this.
Yeah, I didn't watch Dynamite, but I tell you, I mean, I was waiting actually for the Stardom show to start tonight, and I realized that the War Dogs were on TV tonight, and Kenny Omega versus Bad Dude Tito was on TV.
True.
I was like, you know what? That sounds like some good. And the Bailey versus Jake something match was fantastic.
Yeah.
So they did the Shield power and the
They did do that. But Cooper, do you have the results pulled up? Because you were talking about pop-up ads earlier. If not, I can pull up the Dynamite results. But
Well, I sure do. Yeah, the AEW results page for their website like gives you a big thing. I think it's mostly like a cookies thing, but I don't care. Yes, so AEW has been running their summer blockbuster special episodes of Dynamite and Collision this past week. Dynamite and I think both of them aired from Cincinnati in the same place.
They were in the same weird little venue. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, they've used it before. I like the look of it, and I think they've got like a little bar out there that I think it's the one that Hangman and Swerve like drug a dude across like the bar counter, like in that one, big kind of brawl. But yeah, so Dynamite I think was a good show on paper that didn't really live up to the expectations of the various matches that it had set for it. Automatically, this gave me a really bad taste in my mouth with this opening segment with Jericho and Tommaso Ciampa. Bottom 5 angle maybe in company history, perhaps.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's worth a shot. It's worth a consideration.
I turned on the Dynamite. I saw Ciampa, and I started fast forwarding through the entrances, and I saw Jericho, and I said, "This is my +10 moment of the night." Not watching this. I said, I heard that the Jericho segment was bad, and I'm like, I'm not subjugating myself to like, you have fun watching this, man. Like, I will not watch. Like, I don't even think I watched Stadium Stampede, and that was him in the multi-man. Like, I don't know if I will ever, like, willingly, unless it's live, watch a 2026 Jericho match. I just have no interest. Like, it just, like, it's go away heat for me. I just don't care. I don't care to see what he's up to. And I like Ciampa, and I like some of the segments he's done alone from Jericho in this feud. Like, I thought it was kind of funny, interesting, but, like, I don't want to see them interact.
His collision segment last week I thought was really well done and really, a good kind of performance from him. But yeah, Jericho really does take the wind out of any segment and or feud and or match that he's involved with in the big 2026. And it like I don't know what the fuck this new character thing is that he's trying out. He should stop this shit like expeditiously. The fucking like saying some unrelated insult like right after he says something to the person. I'm sure it's like a bit from something that I like, some Canadian shit that I don't know or care about, but it makes for fucking awful promo segments. And this one was really just like, the fact that it's Tommaso Ciampa makes it so much worse, dude, because Ciampa has been on such a absolutely killer role so far, and has been presented like a really fucking like, standout talent. And to have him put up with this goddamn, yeet machine Jericho over here is really, really disheartening for him. And I think it's going to stall so much. Like, we're going to have to work so much harder to get me to care about Tommaso Ciampa, like, going back after the TNT title, after this. Like,
yeah.
Jericho called Tommaso Ciampa Tommy, and he got really upset about this. He says that nobody, not even his mother, calls him Tommy, and to which Jericho then says, in a questioning fashion, "Tommy's mommy?" And then the crowd, who I fucking hate, chanted Tommy's mommy back at Tommaso Ciampa. I wish. Look, I've said a lot of things about wrestling crowds on this show. I truly think that American wrestling audiences should all just get like put in a blender. There's like just a big huge blender, and we should just be done with all of it. Really, truly. So I'm gonna move past the rest of that fucking dog shit opener, and get into some of the actual really good stuff on this show. There's a Don Callis segment with him and Kevin Knight, and Andrade came in. Andrade has very not great feelings right now towards Don for seemingly abandoning Andrade's focus on his hunt for the AEW World Title and getting behind the shiny new toy of the Jet Kevin Knight. Don tries to obviously, intervene and say that, oh, everybody's equal here in the family, and hey, I'll give you a big opportunity next time, Andrade, and all that kind of stuff. So obviously, once again, we're setting up more Don Callis. I feel like the Don Callis family at this point is mostly just a machine for interfaction tension. At this point,
right.
It's like 90% of what happens. So they get a new person, somebody else gets upset that they're not like the big new person anymore. They turn on somebody else that's leaving. They add in a little B tag team to work Collision. Like it's all wrapped up in the Don Callis family. So
Yeah.
Logan's, yeah.
I mean, sorry, it just glitched out for a second. I just, I don't know. I'm like, it just doesn't make logistical sense to me. Like, I feel like we've ran this, like, we're just ran to Takeshita stuff. Now Andrade's, like, getting out. And I felt like the Callis family was, like, kind of a good spot for him for a while.
Well, don't you worry. Andrade's going to be in the Don Callis family for another year and a half, just like Takeshita was when he first started showing signs of dissension.
God. I think the more is, like, much again like we were doing this Okada Takeshita thing. Like, we've been building up Andrade to challenge MJF to the point that we're doing this at indie shows for going on 6 months now. And somehow Mark Briscoe is going to hop him. And, like, it's the easiest. Like, again, he doesn't have to win. Like, unless they do Andrade MJF after MJF drops the title and Andrade wins. Like, I don't understand why we're just, like, shafting him and not.
Well, Andrade doesn't really. I don't think Andrade so much wants MJF. I think he just wants the world title.
Yes.
Yeah. MJF is more frustrated with Andrade, you know.
But again, they have been building up this match in particular, like, for a while.
They'll have this match, yeah.
Like, away from the title alone, they've been, like, kind of, like, jawing on Twitter and stuff like that, been kind of setting this thing up. And I don't know. It's just like the Briscoe thing. It's like, and I love some of these challenges too. It's like, I like seeing the Darby run. I like seeing Briscoe get a challenge because I like Briscoe. But, like, come on, man. It's like, couldn't we have done this multi-man on, like, a Dynamite or, like, Blood and Guts?
That's the fun part. We are doing a multi-man on Dynamite, just a different multi-man.
That's also terrible booking to me.
Awful. I don't know how they could possibly justify this in storyline, unless it's like, I don't know, Max gets. I saw this idea on Twitter, so I'm not. I don't remember who it was, so I'm sorry that I'm stealing your idea. But, like, that Max gets, like, some real, just, like, absolutely, like, shitters, like the Lethal Twist or some shit. Like, he pulls up, you know, some of those guys, and, you know, they fuck him over, and so then the setup for Forbidden Door in the big multi-man match there is that he's reaching out to more legitimate competitors, you know, perhaps from New Japan, since they're, I guess, on this show. So, yeah.
I do love that someone's like, who would even work with MJF? And I'm like, bro, the house would work with MJF in a heartbeat. Like, what are we talking about?
The house would work for, I'm pretty sure, most places under a few specific conditions.
That's, very true.
Did you see that Dick Togo and Sonata are about to become the CMLL Tag Team Champions?
Yeah, they got the Fantastica Mania Japan coming up. That's going to be awesome. Did you see how after this past show, they, like, took an old picture of Sonata, just hastily photoshopped red hair onto it for the...
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
It's funny. But yeah, I'm, like, indifferent about this because I'm like, I'm ready for this Andrade MJF match. And I know too, again, like, the thing is, right, we have Briscoe, and this is going to take a pay-per-view cycle where Briscoe, even if he doesn't challenge for the world title, like, the 6-man match is set, right?
Right.
We have Redemption, which maybe it is just like the Andrade title match at Redemption. But again, it feels like the wheels have been going towards a Kenny Omega match, like rematch with MJF. And then you have All In, which is guaranteed to be Ospreay or Swerve. It's going to be Ospreay, right? And if MJF loses the title there, we don't even get the match. We don't even get the match for the world title. Or if we do, we're going to get on a random Dynamite where it doesn't matter. Like, this should be a pay-per-view match, and we're probably not going to get that. That's, like, my frustration with the segment. And, like, again, like, we're not going to get the Jet match soon. I think they're going to hold off on that. It's just kind of like, Which, like, I guess it does give it stakes and, like, makes, like, world title matches mean more and stuff like that. But it's just also, like, jiggling keys in front of me, and I'm not falling for that. I am not a baby. I smack the keys away. Like, you know. I don't know why. I don't even, like, care about the segment that much, but then you started talking about it, and I'm like, I'm fed up now. I'm fed up.
That's fine. You got a lot of thoughts.
Well, the thing, too, is, like, hierarchy thing. Yeah, Don, you have, even in logistical things, you promised Andrade a match for 6 months now. Like, how are you just going to give it to Kevin? Kevin has a belt! He has a belt! He has a belt!
He's going to become Jet 2 belts.
Throw him in a tag team with Jake Doyle and go for the tag team titles. I don't care.
That's not the belt that that's not the belt that the Jet wants. Come on. Although maybe he should, because goddamn, we'll talk about Jake Doyle later.
Yeah.
All right, so finally, dear God, we're getting into the first match of this fucking Dynamite show, and I thought it was pretty good, actually. This is maybe my favorite match on Dynamite. For the Continental Championship, Jon Moxley defends his title against the leader of STP, Shane Taylor. I have been a big fan of Shane Taylor for a long time. Tony Khan, I think, clearly really loves the guy, and for good reason. I mean, he is an absolute, like, just stellar hand to have. He's been holding it down in Ring of Honor for ages now. And STP, I think, are a really, good faction, with some exceptions. I think, I could have less Carly Bravo in my life, but, otherwise, I really like the idea of STP. And this, like, mini feud that they've been running with the Death Riders, I think has been built really well. I talked about it last week that I loved the Collision match that and kind of setup that they've had there with sort of their tag team combinations and everything like that. So, but yeah, this I assume is going to be the big blow off. I don't imagine we'll see much more of Shane Taylor promotions on AEW main programming for a little bit at least. I hope I'm wrong on that, but I just have a feeling. But yeah, good solid match here with Shane and John. Felt very scrappy. Commentary made a big point of saying these are both, they're both from Ohio, but Jon Moxley obviously is from Cincinnati, where they're at, and Shane Taylor is from Cleveland. And so there's a little inter-city rivalry thing there. They make a point about Shane Taylor's boxing background as compared to Mox's more, jiu-jitsu, kind of like mat grappling style. Death Jitsu, right. My bad. Fake fan over here. Don't know about Death Jitsu.
He wore the shirt.
Yeah, that's right. A bunch of really good, like, heavy strikes and stuff on here. What I really loved to just how much Mox gave to Shane to really, like, take over control in this match. It was a very giving match for Shane Taylor, and I think made him come across as like a real tangible threat. Like he kind of lucked out the win here, quite frankly. He picks his ankle and goes in for this ankle lock and he shakes out of it. And then real quick, Mox like snaps on that bulldog choke, and it's a very kind of like desperation, kind of finish there. So I like that. It made Shane look good, and conceivably he could challenge again, and it would be believable, I think. So, but yeah, good showing there.
Yeah, for sure. We saw how nasty Natty can get, as Shane Taylor says. I like. It's one of the few times where I've liked AEW commentary, especially like into the bulldog choke sequence, and it set up what the full blow off of this kind of mini TV feud that we've gotten for Collision, because obviously Shane Taylor Promotions aren't happy about the boss losing.
Very much not.
And they start attacking Jon Moxley. And the Death Riders come out to save. And we are getting a Cincinnati street fight on the Collision that we all watch. The main event of the show. It went like 2.5 hours too. I think they went like a 30-minute overrun of this.
Yes, it was a longer Collision this week as well. And we'll get to that match when we get to it. But,
Yeah.
Rolling right along with Dynamite. We have a brief little Mercedes Moné video package focusing on her return and her upcoming challenge against Hazuki over from Stardom. And then we get Don Callis coming out with who else but that shiny new member of the family, the Jet. And they cut, I think, a really good heel promo. Kevin, in particular, cuts a really good heel promo on Cincinnati, and in particular, re-emphasizing that it's not the Jet that you should be upset about. It's Darby Allin for letting go of this opportunity and for letting everybody down, and maybe you should be mad at Speedball Mike Bailey because Speedball was the one that broke up Jet Speed apparently, and but they couldn't possibly have any reason to be upset about the Jet. So, and then as he's talking all this shit, who comes around? But the very man that they were talking shit about, Darby Allin, just blasts him with that skateboard of his. He grabs the mic and says that he hopes that New York was worth it, bitch, and slams it down with a coffin drop. Or he goes up to do the coffin drop, but Kevin gets escorted away by the Don Callis and the family. So that is, I think, your big angle going in. That I wouldn't be surprised if. No, they'll probably run that at like Redemption, maybe.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could rematch it at All In. I think that's a big match for Kevin versus Darby. I think is a really big match for both of them. And I would love to see it live while I'm over in England for All In. So maybe I'm letting that influence me, but good little setup in the feud. Any thoughts, Logan? Anything at all?
Logan?
No thoughts. Okay, great. So we get into. He's had some technical issues here. Just a little lag, I believe. I am going to go ahead and move on anyways because the show is going to get too goddamn long if I don't. We had Mark Briscoe of the Conglomeration going up against the bastard of the Death Riders, Pac, in what I thought was a match that probably should have had a little bit more meat on its bones. I like both of these guys a lot, and I think that Briscoe did some really good, babyface work here, as he always does. I don't know though. The good thing about AEW is you have so many people, and you can kind of, do the little bingo wheel of names and make a good enough TV match out of it. And I think this was kind of that. I think this was good enough, but I just with how much I like both of them individually, I kind of wanted a bit more. So.
Hello.
Logan Hursta.
Logan.
I'm back. Real quick. I wanted to state this, and you were like, anything at all, and then I gave you no response. What I think will happen for you, Cooper, and I think you're going to like this, is I think both Darby and Knight are going to be in this cage. Darby will be conglomerating. The Jet's already basically set up to be in the cage. I would be shocked because MJF, they had the agreement. Briscoe's gonna win. And then afterwards, we are going to the Callis family, and the Jet is going to get mad. They're going to injure Darby Allin. He's going to miss Redemption, or the Jet's going to have a title defense at Redemption against somebody else, maybe another speedball match. Darby comes out, makes a save after the match, and then they'll do that match at All In. So, and then I thought the Briscoe match was good. I like the way it flowed with going into the next match with like the segment and then Orange being there and stuff. I thought that was really interesting of a presentation on it and stuff like that, and the way it like bled into multiple segments and multiple matches and stuff. But yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, I don't have anything much words to say other than that. It was like on paper, you see this match, you're like, wow, it's gonna be great, and it was just all right.
Right. Which is fine. But then Briscoe gets on the mic and starts once again laying it out to MJF, his challenge for the AEW World Title. And Max comes out pretty quickly soon after to reiterate to him that he is absolutely under no fucking circumstances ever getting that title. So just as he is, giving Briscoe this rundown, Briscoe is taken out from behind. The lethal twist called up for Ring of Honor are jumping him. And Max, I believe at this point, starts yelling, "Yeah, earn that money. Earn that money," which I thought was funny. And so he just keeps talking, and the lethal twist get backed off themselves by some conglomerators over here. I think it was Roddy, Kyle O'Reilly, and Big Tom Ishii.
Hey.
And then Orange came in later as well. So, so Mark is backed up by his friends over there, and he gives him a kind of new ultimatum that he's talked to the boss, Tony Khan himself, and he has laid out the main event for Forbidden Door, which was that Mark has to find 5 people, Max has to find 5 people, and if Mark's team wins, he gets title shot, and it is all going to be in a steel cage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Max got going.
I think it's... Yeah, he does. I think it's really interesting that the big multi-man steel cage extravaganza has become the traditional Forbidden Door match. I don't know exactly why that is, but I'm not mad at it. So the one last year was quite good with that fucked up Golden Lovers Tanahashi Will Ospreay reunion. So
yeah, I like it in theory, but I think AEW has a problem with the amount of multi-man matches that they have in succession. I think like it's always the summer of giant cluster matches because we always have either an Anarchy or a Stadium Stampede in May. Now you have this in June, right? Or Forbidden Door in August, depending on where you want it, and then we also have Blood and Guts in the fall. I think I want one of them to be a little bit more sporadic because when they do it this regularly, again, if they don't have a storyline reason for it, it kind of just gets oversaturated. But, I mean, I'm excited for this, especially if we get some house members.
Yeah.
I mean, I would personally just cut out the Double or Nothing Stadium Stampede / Anarchy in the Arena thing entirely at this point.
It's ran its course.
Yeah, 100%. I personally thought that it was cool to do the big Stadium Stampede in Wembley the first time, but you don't need to do it ever again. I personally don't really want to see that while I'm there.
Yeah.
I would if you could get it down to like maybe this and Blood and Guts a while down the road. Like this is like the, more I guess like thrown together sort of like we need a big match for this big show kind of vibe, and then Blood and Guts is like the big story driven, blood feud version of this. I think that is kind of like the ideal way to do that in my mind. But they also have tickets to sell, and I guess they think that big huge violent matches with a lot of different names shoved in them sells tickets, which I don't know. But regardless, after the stipulation gets made, Andrade El Idolo comes in to steal a little bit of the thunder from MJF, and he's on the way to his next match with fellow conglomerator with Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, in what I thought was a bad sign of things to come.
I knew. But the tearaway pants, though.
I think he's got to cut that shit out too, by the way.
Yes, but I feel like him doing that and then Orange doing it is like we've come full circle.
That's the culmination of the
yes.
bit. Yeah.
That's the climax. That's what I'm hoping. But I'm like, it was pretty funny to me. And then the Blackheart selfie. How you know? He knows.
Yes, that's an amazing impression. Holy shit,
incredibly good. I don't know. I mean, he was right here with me. I felt creeped out.
Fine.
You got.
Wow, I love
fine. You can't see it, but there's like black goo coming out of my mouth right now. I think I was like, I can feel, like, when that happened, I can feel the presence of Cooper looming over my shoulder. And, like, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? But, I mean, I liked a lot of the work in this match aside from that stuff. I liked the finish a lot. I thought Orange got absolutely killed on the back elbow.
Yeah. I liked it when it was... Andrade ragdolling Orange is what I liked about it. And I wish that there was kind of more of that and, making it a little bit more scary for Orange than playing, which like I get, like I'm not expecting it to be whatever the Moxley match or anything, but you can have bigger stakes here, I feel. So. Mm-hmm. And yeah, of course, he hits the DM for the win and grabs the mic, and he says that he has one question for Ohio.
Can I say it?
Yeah, if you fucking want.
How you know? Drops the mic.
How you know? How you know? How you know? How you know? Yeah!
I love, like, it's the best thing when you guys don't watch each other's shows, because then I can watch the other person react to these things.
I could not believe it. I knew that he had started, like, doing this bit more, but him ending the promo with it in, like, this fucking, hype, like, please pop. In a way that doesn't even make any sense. It was sense.
Exactly.
It doesn't. There was no context.
Yeah, it doesn't, like, I didn't mind it at first. He
didn't follow it up with like a title shot or anything. Or he didn't loop it back around to Max. Didn't loop it around to any of the storyline he's in. He just
said it.
Say the goddamn line.
So stupid.
Look.
Oh my god!
He saw what they did for Jey Uso and Yo, and he
shut
said,
the fuck
God.
up about Jey. Stop, Logan, stop.
Yeah.
I'm having a very hard time coming down from this anger right now.
Oh my
No,
god.
It really is bad though. Like,
And he's
it
good.
just
He's a
sucks.
good wrestler.
no, he's amazing, and he was
Doesn't
getting
need it.
over
He doesn't need
naturally
this.
as a regular charismatic figure. I don't know why everyone has to have a fucking chant and then this stupid catchphrase. Oh my god. This one's just, it's not funny. I never thought this bit was funny, and it sucks that he feels obligated to start saying it on TV.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's just, yeah. Not for me, I guess. It seems like a lot of things in wrestling are not for me.
I'm gonna tell you something real quick right now. He ain't winning that world title. No.
Oh no.
Hell no.
Oh, absolutely not.
Mr. How You Know is winning the world title?
Absolutely not. And he maybe could have, early on.
I know.
But that shot's gone. It's gone.
He won't even get a world title shot with MJF as champ.
No, probably not. They'll save this for after he drops it.
Yeah. No, I didn't mind it as much as Cooper. Cooper immediately was like, nah.
You gotta nip this in the bud.
He's been saying this for weeks, and I was like, it's not that bad. I didn't mind it the first time, but this match did like fully. I'm like, oh, this is a problem. When he started going to Leo and just started yelling, "How you know?" at him, I was like, what are we doing?
Also for no reason.
For no reason.
Why did he say that to Leo Rush?
Why did he say that? That's what I'm saying. Like, he just like starts saying it to people at no context. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? It just doesn't. It's bad. I'm like, again, I know they're not booking him well, so at this point I don't really even, it doesn't faze me as much as it fazes you. It also is funny to watch you two just like blow up. It's very enjoyable.
Your cynicism will be the death of us all. I hope
I
you
was
know.
going to say, that's a terrible, yeah.
You need to
You've always
care,
gotta-
goddammit.
You have to hope for better.
I think
And,
I've been broken by professional wrestling.
oh, man.
Bro, my love was lost when DPW died. I don't know what I'm going to tell you.
That's his Joker moment. Oh my god.
Never forget. I took a picture of my little lanyard that we got from DPW with all the champs in the back, and I'm just like, never forget what they took from you, bro. They got LeBron codes on MLW right now. Like, I've never been more down.
Maybe they do.
Maybe they do. He posted that he was wrestling on his Instagram the other week. So
It's the Schrodinger's signee.
but moving on. I don't even
Yeah,
remember
you talk about this fucking whatever. Will Ospreay and Alex Woods are having a cry. So.
They're having a moment.
Who fucking
Will
cares?
Ospreay.
Just shut the fuck up.
Will Ospreay. That's all I have to say.
Your cynicism's going to be the death of us all, Cooper.
I don't care that your wife is sad. I don't. I'm sorry.
Apparently, they did tie the knot the other weekend, so congrats
Yes,
to them.
they are married. Yeah. So
That's why they're officially married, so now they can do stuff on screen.
yeah. Hey, maybe they can bring in Will's best man.
Was he really his best man?
I don't fucking know. Probably.
No way.
I'm just saying shit. I'm just.
We're not going to see any pictures from that wedding ever because there's no way. Well, one, that. Two, like, in kayfabe wise, there's no way, like, Fletcher and Davis weren't up there with them. He can't have Fletcher pose, you know. Somebody's got to keep kayfabe alive.
It ain't gonna be those guys. What are you talking about?
Yeah. But yeah. Moving on, they had that backstage segment with Will Ospreay where he's saying, he's like, wow, Davies got way stronger from the last time I brought him, but nobody stopped me from Windley, and I owe something to the Death Riders. And then all of a sudden Windsor comes in and is crying, and he hugs her because she lost Mercedes last week, and he pushes the camera away. I don't know what that's setting up, because are we just gonna have Windsor, I guess, on the road to Wembley with Ospreay, and then at some point MJF's gonna like give her a heat seeker or something? Like, is that what we're setting up, or do we really need that? You know, but
Setting up Osprey to hit the Oscar. The Death Riders for good.
Or maybe she joins the Death Riders. She's like, babe, you need to beat Mercedes.
He's gonna come out to coming up to the ashes to the sky.
I'll never forget the first time we saw Osprey live. They played that crappy theme instead of Elevated for me and Cooper, and we're like, come on, man. Also in the Jericho segment. Then Tekla talks about her history with Stardom and how she wants to kill Stardom.
I saw this. Oh wait, no, I saw a very similar one.
Yeah.
On Saturday. Yeah, but this is the best bit I hate to say it. This is the best bit going in AEW right now.
It always works. It works out in the wash for old Tekla.
Yeah, it's real. It's proper. This is what Forbidden Door should actually fucking be every year.
Yeah.
Why do they do all this other shit?
She's the only one taking it seriously. That's weird.
Okay. Real quick. I know we're trying to get quick, but I have to say this because we will know who the 6 people in the cage probably will be by next Dynamite. If you could pick any 5 people from CMLL and New Japan and stuff for this, who would you pick and why? Think about this. We'll get back to this at the end of the AEW segment. But for
which team? For
both teams, yeah.
Oh, for both teams. Okay, so we got to pick.
God, that's a fucking 8 people.
That's 10 actually.
8 people.
It's
6 man. It's 6 to 12 people. 6 for each.
Can we just not do that? Actually,
I want the Gooch. I want the Gooch to conglomerate. I want the Gucci, Ultimate Babyface.
Okay, cool.
Silence. Nobody cares. All right, moving on. Owen Hart. Oh, Cooper, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, so this was really good. Obviously, so when they announced the brackets for the Owen Hart Women's Tournament, they had standout Japanese independent star Suri is matched up here in the first round against Sky Blue. And then very quickly, things started looking weird about that choice. In particular, Suri herself stating that she had been going through neck problems, I think, and was, hurt and was going to be trying to take some more time off in the coming months. So it's weird that she was booked for a tournament where she would presumably have to wrestle at least like 3 matches. You would think if she was going to be on there. So, and apparently she flew out and was in Cincinnati at the time. And according to her, I think she was cleared by, I think, with the Japanese doctors that she had talked to, but then she got to America and she was not cleared by AEW's doctors, I think is what the word was. Or maybe it was the other way around or something. Regardless, she wasn't cleared and the match was called off. She also brought Takumi Iroha with her, I think, maybe in case to like take her place. But that didn't end up happening, even though that would have been cool too. I like Takumi quite a bit. But instead, AEW found a really great solution to this, which was they slotted in somebody that is on their roster, Maya World, who folks might know. I think we talked about it when she signed to them. Her and Hayan have been teaming together and have mostly been, I think nowadays, they've mostly tend to work Ring of Honor and, kind of under card tags and stuff like that. But Maya World is a really, really good, she was a great independent standout from, the last couple years. And unfortunately, she had just a horrible, absolutely a terrible tragedy happened in her life. Her older brother passed away earlier this week, I think.
Yes.
And that just fucking is awful for anybody. And in particular, she made a statement about it. I think when she found out about how close they were and how he introduced her to wrestling, and she was encouraged in large part to go into wrestling because of her brother. And apparently she was offered to have to take some time off to grieve and to heal from that, but she wanted to keep working and go on, sort of in his spirit, and wrestle kind of for him, and so they slotted her into this Owen match, and it was I think a really good idea. Now the crowd didn't really pop super huge for her or anything, and I don't blame them for doing that, because most people probably just aren't going to know all that context, and they don't really know much about Maya World at all because she hasn't been featured all that much. But I think by the time that it wrapped up, they got behind her enough for it to work as like this big triumphant sort of underdog victory. Her and Sky have a serviceable match, and she gets this flash, not roll up, but like a sort of flip over, like sunset flip over kind of pin predicament thing, and gets a quick 1, 2, 3 for it. So and she progresses on to face Athena in the semis, and I think that's going to be a great match. They had a really good one in Ring of Honor not too long ago, and with this kind of renewed sense of momentum for Maya, I think that this one can maybe be better than that. I hope that it is. Big things happening for her in a very tumultuous time. So I hope that we see more good things for Maya coming out of this.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I thought it was a really nice moment. I am interested to see where this goes for Maya, because one, again, she's gonna have that rematch with Athena, and it felt like too, like she got a really big moment in that Ring of Honor Survival of the Fittest, being the final person that Athena beat. She obviously survived a Proving Ground match. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but like, I'm not ruling it out that she could beat Athena on Dynamite. They did make a big thing about Athena not being able to get out of the semis of the Owen, and they set that up for the next Ring of Honor show, and her getting a Mercedes match. Now, I don't think she's going to win the tournament, but unless like somehow there's an organic groundswell of all the fan base very quickly. But
yeah, if they just fully decide to swipe the board clean, yeah.
Again, and like, it's not out. Again, if Tekla's holding that title, she's the only babyface left, really. Because Suzuki's not going to win the tournament. So, like...
No, she is not.
So, like, it would be interesting to see what they do with this, if they try to ride some lightning and play off of real life or not. Obviously, I think we all on this podcast send condolences to Maya World and her family during this time. But I think Tony will reward her again for, like... She could have taken time off, but she wanted to wrestle, and I'll be interested to see where she goes from here. Because I feel like every time she gets on TV and Ring of Honor and stuff like that, like, she gets more and more of the audience to, like, get behind her and stuff like that. She's still very young in her career and very new to the process, but it'll be interesting to see. I think she'll win the Athena match. That's my hot take.
So. I kind of hope she does, yeah. Absolutely. And if they were really real about it, I think she should maybe beat Athena for the belt later on.
Yes.
And but that's maybe asking a little bit too much from AEW, I guess. So, man, I really hate that Jack has walked out at this particular point in the show because we got to talk about fucking some big news with his boys.
For sure. I'm blanking out on what that news is. It's all blurring together for me right now.
So right after that, the big My World match, we had a video package where we hear a very British voice calling out one Kenneth Omega. That's right. The technical wizard, Zack Sabre Jr., the front man of TMDK, is returning to AEW soil to have another last-minute Forbidden Door dream match.
Yeah, right. Bro's wearing the orange, so he knows he's repping that TMDK jacket. How do you feel about that, Jack?
About what? The bad dude Tito? What?
No, Sabre. The bad dude.
Sorry,
Tito.
I had to go walk away for a second.
You're good. Sabre challenging Kenneth Omega to a match at Forbidden Door, the first time on U.S. soil, and the first time in 8 years?
In a very long time.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that. What was the question about orange?
Well, you were wearing orange shorts because you're in TMDK colors. Because you were
Oh,
obviously...
I am. Well, they're Whataburger shorts. I'm repping Whataburger.
My home promotion.
Big Sammy Guevara guy over here.
Yeah. I do want to say the quote that Zach said during this promo, which popped me. So what's the frequency, Kenneth? Zach Sabre...
I saw that. Yeah. I popped so big for that. I was like, Zack Sabre Jr. is an REM fan?
Bro. Zack Sabre Jr. is the best technical wrestler in the entire world, but Kenny Omega, are you still the best, dickhead? But yeah, when he said, what's the frequency, I was like, oh! My guy.
He's so cool. I love it. He should fucking come here.
I'm sure you'd love that, Cooper. You'd love nothing more.
I really would, but he's too principled of a socialist.
You kind of got to respect that, though.
I do. But
yeah.
We do have an official announcement later on after this one that at least one person on Team MJF is going to be the Jet, Kevin Knight.
Yes, sir.
So, I think he's ingratiating himself in to this world title scene in a very fascinating way. Probably not going to take the belt off of him. No. Because we got bigger plans ahead for All In. And but I don't mind him being in this scene right now. So
yeah.
And then
I'm gonna basically, it looks like it's gonna be Don Callis family. I may not get that, but that's what the lean is. All right, moving on.
And then finally, your main event for the Summer Blockbuster Dynamite in the Owen Hart Men's Tournament semifinals. It was the rematch between Big and Bad Brody King against the most dangerous man in AEW, Swerve Strickland, in what was, once again, kind of just an okay match.
I will say this. Brody King's blood is like... That thing moves like water, bro. It was getting all over the ring.
Brody is a great bleeder, yes.
Yeah.
And the image of him busted open from this was terrifying. I did really like that. I thought that Brody kicked it up, really well in the closing stretches of it.
Yeah.
Once things started getting a little hazier and more scrappy. But I don't know what it is, man. I don't, it's like the Double or Nothing match, or not Double or Nothing. When was the match?
Dynasty.
These two had the Dynasty match with these two, and this one. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I like go into it expecting to love it, and I just came out kind of being like, yeah, it's fine. Maybe it's because Swerve won both times. And I'm too big of a Brody King fan to accept that in my head. But, I like it, as I will say this, as a main event of Dynamite, it was really good. It hit all the boxes. Crowd loved it. And so really that's about all that matters. But like it's it's just not going on my list. So
For sure. But yeah, my thing about like Brody's was like when he hit that Death Valley driver into the ring, like, you saw like so much of it just splatter all over the ring apron. Like I'm like, he didn't even look like he like cut himself that crazy, but it's just like, I don't know, the way that boy was moving, it was going everywhere.
yeah, I don't know if he like nicked a vein or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was okay. I don't think his pairing is like, there's some times where you have like great wrestlers, they just don't click, aka Kevin Owens and AJ Styles. And this might just be one of those things. Or maybe, again, like it feels like Brody should win these matches,
right?
But he never does. And again, that's like more of a problem with AEW as a whole. Like, I don't think you should be putting Brody in the world title scene when you're not going to give him a world title. After like, how many times are you just going to keep him as like a what's it called? Gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Like
right.
at a certain point, at least give him like a lower level title or something like that. Have him beat Davis and like give him a run to something else.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely.
Because again, like I'm not saying, I understand you may not want to make him world champion, but when you keep him in this position, it's just like we know he's not going to win. It's the same way with like I'm the same way with Swerve. It's like Swerve gets these wins over these guys, but like he's not going to Wembley. Who knows what he'll be doing?
Right.
But yeah. Move on.
I will say.
Sorry, go ahead.
My last real point about this is that Swerve has now beaten both members of Brodito.
True.
And so I don't know exactly what that means. I hope it means that maybe we'll get a Brodito reunion, and Swerve will have to find a ominous tag partner to take on those guys with. So.
True.
But I say that, and the Swerve team will probably win.
It'll be like Swerve and Hangman or something like that.
It'll probably be Hangman, yeah.
Yeah. Moving on, and this is not a collision mimic. It's a collision moment, because for the first time,
Collision moment!
3 members of the podcast at least watched some of Collision. I skipped around.
The A show.
The A show. Cooper, as the Collision stalwart, the Collision captain, if you will, please lead us off here.
Oh, I'm so happy to. I'm so glad that I've finally successfully evangelized the one true good wrestling show on American television, AEW Collision. So this edition, and what an edition to tune into. Really, coming to you once again from Cincinnati, Ohio. We start off with a little Forbidden Door taster here. The bad dude, Tito, from New Japan Pro Wrestling, technically, I guess.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Accompanied to the ring by Mad Mikey Nichols.
True!
Is he from New Japan Pro Wrestling?
No, bro, that brother's
No,
Ring of Honor.
not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Ring of Honor guy. In a little exhibition match here, takes on one Kenny Omega. This is obviously in response to Zack Sabre Jr.'s call out, since Tito is also in TMDK, and pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
It's like a 5-minute match.
Yeah. It was a quick little thing. I mean, Kenny just got his shit in. It's always good seeing the bad dude, though, whenever I get to. I'm a big fan of his, and I'm sad always that his stint in, I guess he is TMDK's bad dude Tito, but I'm sad that he didn't fucking work out for whatever reason. He did one tour and did strong, and that was it. But yeah, I like him a lot. I thought it was cool seeing him pop up here. And I think if there's ever a unit to where like you can do a bit like this, where even the guys who aren't there are still part of it, it's TMDK.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense to me that it's kind of like this big old wrestling fraternity almost, It's not like once you're off screen you're not in it anymore. So it's cool that they're tight with Zach. It's cool seeing Nichols too in the periphery. And yeah, Omega, the one thing that I texted this to everyone, and I'm probably gonna say it again later on. What I really got most out of watching this episode of AEW in full is that I think that they should just say fuck the new gen, fuck all these new signees. I want to see AEW be my guys in the elite beating everybody all the time. They're the best. They should be on top. They should have been on top the whole time, and they still should be. I love them. I love Omega and the Bucks, and I like Hangman too.
The main thing I got from this match was Mikey Nichols is the most collision wrestler to ever not have a collision match. How have we not had him wrestle like Claudio or some crap like that, man? Like, give him Brian Cage, let him go 10. Like, please.
I don't feel comfortable disclosing the bodily reaction that I just had to hearing those names be put together. That it would be incredible. Oh my god,
dude!
Yes. We'll get him. We'll get him. Don't you worry.
He's just chilling in catering, working like Ring of Honor tag matches with Bad Dude. Like, let him cook. Let him cook.
No. We'll get him. We'll get that boy.
Day.
All I gotta say is, Kenny's lucky that he didn't get him up into that fucking Master Blaster.
True.
After this match, So, count your lucky stars, Cleaner. But yeah, so he afterwards, Kenny gets on the mic and responds to the nice, pretty package that he received from Zack Sabre Jr. And goes on. And on saying about how he's the greatest technician, but that Kenny Omega is perhaps the greatest wrestler in the world. So it is also a moment where he calls out MJF at the very end of this. He says it's only a matter of time. So it makes his title intention still very clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Brother,
what are you writing about? You're just talking about how much you fucking love him.
No, I love Omega. I feel like he's always I feel like nowadays his title aspirations don't seem to work out so much, and I wish that things were different.
Well, let me tell you, brother, those Wembley number of tickets are looking scary right now. I think they might break glass in case of emergency and give us Omega Ospreay 3 for the title.
Oh, please. That would be awesome.
That would be the biggest blow to MJF maybe ever if Omega did win the title and they sold an extra 10, 15K tickets off him on the title. It'd be interesting to watch. But moving on, we had a little backstage with, starting out, members of the Don Callis family, or as we know them, Aussie Open and Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher. And he says that Cincinnati needs to say both his and Dunkzilla's full name. He says that Davis is down for not making the Owen Cup, but it's not his fault because it's Takeshita's fault. And talks about how he's like a jealous girlfriend and all this stuff. Rada, rada, rada. It's time for some revenge. And then who to come out but the Rainmaker, because it's Joe Okada, who said
shit-eating grin.
Wake up, baby, there's a war inside, or something like that. I don't remember the exact lyrics. But, and he says that we are going to bring the international title back. Fletcher says, let's do it. And Okada yells, Broto Okada! And that's how we end the segment. But Davis looks a little, peeved, I guess, by the idea of Proto Okada.
Yeah, he just got back with his boy. And suddenly this guy's trying to butt in again. He was here first.
Yeah, true.
Kyle Fletcher though is proven to be a fucking cheater. I don't blame Davis here in the slightest.
True.
Then we got into one of I think there was another one of these the survival of the fittest qualifying matches for the vacant TBS title.
Yeah.
With Hikaru Shida versus Zeta Steel, and It's not very good.
Yeah, I fell asleep. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I will say Sheeta has a really bad submission finish now that I didn't.
It looked
know
like shit.
about.
What was that?
It looked awful.
Do you know what it's called?
Yes, I have it pulled up. It's the Full Metal Muffler.
God, what is she doing?
She's yeah.
That is Okada-esque, actually.
Hey,
That
ease up on the money clip, brother.
that last round of Visa waiting where she had to just make her money from acting and Twitch streams I guess finally broke her. So
She just lost her mind. Yeah.
yeah, she was like, I'll just try anything now. I don't know when I'm gonna be back. So then we had another pretty bad ops segment with Anthony Bowens kind of taking overstepping his role in the ops. He talks over Hook, who is supposedly the leader, while Samoa Joe is gone again to do fucking Full Metal shit. And so he goes on this big spiel, talking about how everybody is going to be applauding for the ops as we deserve, and Hook's like, hey, we don't like when people applaud us. we like when being shit. And so Bowen's is like, hey, what the fuck is that about? And so yeah, I don't care about this. This is some more bottom 5 angles in the company type shit. And then I will say another act that I'm not very big on, but has a better stock in AW right now than the ops, at least in my mind. In part, not to these guys, but to another guy. The Rascals came out. The tag portion of them, Winston and Desmond, had a little squash against some local competitors. And this is mostly just set up for them to introduce their other Rascal buddy, Myron Reed, who would come out for a TNT championship match against the champion, the Jet, Kevin Knight, in what was a match of the year. I fucking loved this match. This was so cool.
This was sick, man.
Yeah. Myron is so much better than those other two fuckers. I don't know why he hangs around them, other than the fact that they like to get high.
He wasn't an original member. When did he join?
Indies.
Like I know before AEW, obviously, but
yeah, I think that it was probably like in that post Wentz getting fired from NXT kind of run. Yeah. It's weird. The Rascals were working TNA, but I don't think Myron ever did really.
No, he did.
He might have had a couple. Oh, he was like signed?
He was at TNA for a while, like 2 or 3 years. He didn't do much in there. I know he had a match with Slater right before they all went to AEW for the X Division, like on a pay-per-view.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Mm-hmm. And that I don't think ever ended up happening because I think Myron was going to AEW and Slater was going to John Cena's retirement match or something.
And it got canceled. Apparently Myron Reed officially joined the Rascals in November 2023 in TNA. He returned in 2024 and then has been an active member since. So it was that like TNA type, run. So,
but I'll tell you why I think Myron Reed is so much better than the other Rascals. And aside from the fact that I saw him in MLW, in Injustice, and that shit rocked. But also, just like I think as a performer, genuinely, he is a lot better. because it seems to me that Vince and Xavier don't ever really fucking care about wrestling. Like, I think they're like, I get they're stoners, and that's like kind of the gimmick, is they're whatever, lackadaisical, and don't really they'll just kind of like fuck around and hang out. But Myron, when you put him at least in like, big kind of like singles opportunities, he comes across like he wants to win, and like that he cares about it. He was such a good babyface in this match, and I think that he gave such a stellar performance, in part because he's incredibly athletic and was doing some absolutely wild shit. Those cutters that he was hitting, fucking that outside the ring one, god damn, just horrific to look at. But he had a sense of drive to him, that got the crowd at his back, and that's the good shit. That's what you want. And it is a shame to me that, I guess, I don't know, he feels like he's got to stick around his two stoner friends. But I think he could definitely break out of them and be a much bigger and better star. So.
Yeah, the problem now is, I think if Trey Miguel was still there, it'd be easier for him to break out, because they still have like a trio. But I don't know if Tony will ever do it. If they should make him a single star, or if they still want to keep him in the tag division, Brian Keith's right there, and they would fit a lot better than he does in the Rascals. Like, I can see like him and Desmond Xavier fitting, but like him and Wentz don't fit at all. Yeah. It's a shame. But I mean, at the same time, like, I don't know, sometimes you gotta ride a wave of a crappy group to get into the company, and then you can break away. So I guess those Rascal boys are boys with the Bucks and PWG, so I think they're hooked up some way.
That is probably correct, yes. We had a brief little message from our women's tag champs, the Divine Dominion, just calling out, the whole division, because basically nobody is left to challenge them. And then we get some more words from Athena and Maya World leading up to their semifinal match. Maya, of course, explaining her whole situation and how she ended up in the tournament, and the shock win from Dynamite. And Athena, I thought, gave a pretty good response to it. It's like, she's been putting in this work for years and has not been recognized for it, and she's not going to let this little Cinderella story overshadow her. That then led into Athena's little squash match with Tiara James, a local competitor, and she gets her down in a Koji clutch submission to get the win, which is a first I've seen her win with it. I know she's been using it, but and she holds it on after the bell. Maya World comes out to save young Miss James, and Athena comes back in and lays out Maya with a forearm and the ROH Women's World Title. So I'm really excited for that match and what that's gonna look like going forward. So any thoughts there?
Yeah, I thought it was a good segment. I think I mentioned it when I was talking about the Athena promo segment before, with like her not getting past that and stuff like that and her goals. It just got me more pumped for the match. This was a quick little squash, just a tune-up type thing to keep her on the show. I did like the way, again, like AEW's choices of like doing the promos into a match immediately, especially like a backstage, makes it feel more fluid and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't have anything to say more than what you said.
Cool. Then we had a strange little segment here. A challenge for Konosuke Takeshita's international championship. The light-skinned kingpin of the demand, Ricochet. Came over here.
New Japan strong New Japan strong ass match right there.
It really is. And I don't think he made it clear that he was challenging for Forbidden Door, but maybe that is
I don't remember
where it will happen. So they had a good match. Whatever was it? At like Full Gear or something a couple years ago. So or Wrestle Dream. I think it was Wrestle Dream. Yeah. I'm sure they can pull it out once again. But Ricochet better get ready because it is gonna be the Big Baby. Walking away with that belt again.
It comes with the Blue Thunder Bomb. It comes with the Power Drive Neve, and it comes with Raging Fire.
It does. It truly does. Then, Jack, wake up.
Yeah, the dogs.
The dorgs. Bring your 40s to work day. They're back again.
This was, really, I like I was joking before. I love seeing the War Dogs out there. I love seeing them do their thing. But like I said before, more than anything, watching this match, my takeaway was that the Young Bucks still fucking got it.
Yeah, true.
I was like, oh man, they're doing all their stuff and it's still good. That was popping me. And I like seeing these guys in the ring together. I've seen them once before in the ring together. Do y'all remember what I'm talking about?
These exact 4 guys?
No, not these exact. Well, yes, in a match with multiple other people.
Yeah. This was with Doc Dangley and Carl.
When Doc and Carl returned to New Japan last
for
year.
one match.
4-on-4 and strong. Yeah.
That apparently did not impress New Japan enough for them to be like, yeah, go to Noah, bro.
Yeah, for real. I don't think anyone in New Japan proper actually even watches the state shows anyway. But no, this was really pretty fun. Obviously, like any act, from like Japan, the dogs have gotten a little bit, flanderized in like that happens to anyone. I feel like they're a little bit more, just straight up cheating heels than they would otherwise be. They're a little bit more loud than they would otherwise. Well, I don't know about Connors. He always was kind of a weird fucker. But either way, I like this match. I liked it a lot, and I was totally fine with the finish. I'm glad that they fucking won. It was weird seeing Finley be in there to hit full clip because, that was always Connors and Maloney's move. But I understand just using the same move rather than trying to invent something new. And again, like I said before, I would love to see Finley get singles opportunities, but I can't be mad about this for now when they're actually being featured on TV because it's a lot better than what happens to a lot of other people.
They're going to get a pay-per-view title match, brother, at Forbidden Door.
Yeah, for sure.
This felt pretty big to me. They kind of built up this Bucks and Dogs thing for a couple weeks, and it wasn't clean, but like as clean as you kind of were expecting for the Dogs to get a win. I thought it was really good. I thought it was a really good match. I thought it was really good. It felt a lot like how they were positioning the Bang Bang Gang when it was Juice and Jay originally.
Yeah.
So
really, you're right. It's a big win for him. Realistically, I wasn't even expecting them to for sure get the win.
Yep, with the Shillelagh.
Yeah, with the Shillelagh help there.
Yep.
I'm going to volunteer to skip through a couple of these video segments.
Yes.
After, don't really need them.
Yeah, maybe we should not all watch Collision every.
Too many cooks. But next match we had was for once again that Survival of the Fittest qualifier for the TBS title. Persephone against Julia Hart. Persephone beat Julia in a match that happened on television.
Yeah,
Right person won.
I do.
Moving on.
This was my first time kind of being exposed to Persephone, and I thought she was pretty good. I understood the hype. So
Persephone is good,
that.
yes.
She's about to do the job for Tessa, though.
Oh, brother.
Going back to the...
We got a response to Tekla's challenge to Stardom in her ongoing personal war against Stardom. Who else but Starlight Kid answers the call. Jack, do you have anything to say about that? About
I think this is
SLK?
a good... Yeah, I think this is a good, solid pick for someone to show up on Forbidden Door. You know, Starlight Kid is a very memorable face, you know, with the mask and everything. She's fun and a big high flyer, so it'll be cool to see her in the ring with Tekla getting the spot. She's also probably top 3 baby faces in Stardom these days. So, I mean, it's not a situation where they're sitting over like a lower tier wrestler. What was fun about this for me was that I watched Collision and then I turned on the Stardom and Korakuen afternoon show right after and got to see SLK responding to it. So it was like, oh my god, you don't see that a lot. Like an ongoing bit across multiple shows you're watching. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I look forward to it. I just because I guess of how much y'all fucking tease me about it on the show, I did pop for the Taro Okada name dropping. Promo we skipped earlier. I was like, all right, she got me because y'all always been bring it back up.
Not just the name drops, he was prominently featured in the
he's like a big part of this sort of. I do like that they aren't like. Ultra famous story. It's cool for that character content. Yeah, should be a good match.
Yeah, for sure. Starlight is absolutely stellar from the stuff that I've seen from her in Stardom when I do choose to tap in. So yeah, I'm excited. She ain't winning the belt, but it'll be a fun little exhibition. So and one of the few like actual Forbidden Door type matches on the card, probably.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
moving on, fellas, friends, podcasters, countrymen.
Oh.
DPW lives on Collision.
You damn right.
The explosion of Speedball something finally paying off here.
Good.
In what was a Stone Cold match of the year.
Real and
holy
true.
Shit, this was so good.
I can't even be mad about that one. This really was.
This was incredible. Man, Jake Doyle. I am so happy that he is hitting the ground running off coming back from this injury. Man, like I was worried for a second there that he was gonna have a little hard time finding his footing again, in kind of the same way that Davis did before this new surge up with the national title and being more prominently featured. But man, no, he's Jake something. Jake something's here now in AEW, and it's so good. And who better to put him with than Speedball, who is always so fun to watch, but knows Jake so well and knows what his strengths are, knows how to play into them, and yeah, oh my god, like just their chemistry is so good. Aside from it just being a classic big man little man kind of setup, I think just like there was a sharpness and an intensity here that a lot of the other matches, aside from that aforementioned Myron Reed Kevin Knight match, just don't have, and that's the kind of thing that I want more of, not just on Collision but across AEW and across wrestling and stuff like that. So oh my god, fucking great.
Yeah, for sure. I thought especially like just Speedball is such a great wrestler because people who see him go, oh, he's a flippy guy, but his kicks are so precise, and on a base like Doyle, it just looks so like it's so believable. And they made Doyle look like a monster. I did know because I'm looking at the website. The AEW's website messed up. They said that Mike Bailey hit an Ultimate Weapon, which did not happen. He had a shooting star press that Doyle kicked out of.
Yeah.
I love too that he just won clean. He just straight up beat him.
Yeah, it does suck, for Bailey, who's going on this sort of crusade against the Cow Family, but at the same time, or I guess just Jake Doyle now, is someone, is something you want to take fucking seriously. As a top heel, it's awesome to see him just, winning the match decisively. Like you said, it's awesome. I hope he goes far, dude. He's amazing.
I think that's the best choice because I think you can have now. It's not easy beating these DCF guys, even like the ones that people may see as like a lower. And you can have Bailey now at the really lick his wounds and build himself up. He has to start with Trent Beretta, Rocky Romero, build himself up. And eventually when we get that Doyle rematch, if it be on a Dynamite or Collision, it may main event. Like if he's building himself up to face a Jet again, or if he ends up facing... I can see him facing a Mark Davis and taking his title, But, like, either way, like, I think it's the right choice. I think it's the interesting choice, and I think it's just even going to make me more interested in a rematch. So, the ghost of Speedball is two evil tag team partners watching on over his dead carcass on Collision. But, yeah, then we move on to the main event of Collision, the Cincinnati Street Fight. Death Riders, every single one of them except for Jon Moxley wearing the Marina Shafir Marina Shafir basketball jersey, coming to the ring, coming from the street, only to get jumped by STP to start the street fight literally in the streets. What do you think of this?
Jon Moxley is in the match.
Yes. I said he's wearing...
very prominently.
I said he wasn't wearing the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I understand now. I'm sorry. I'm stupid.
You're good.
Most of the Death Riders and pretty much all of Shane Taylor Promotions. I thought I liked the energy of this. My problem, as it always is with Shane Taylor Promotions, is just Carly Bravo. I did not fuck with Carly much at all. But everybody else I thought played in really well, and I think an all-timer, Bloody Mox.
True.
In here, which is kind of surprising. I did not expect that from this particular match.
Are you talking about the zoom out from like him at yes.
Yes.
I really loved that they jumped him early on, and Claudio left the lucha mask on for like half the match. That popped me huge. I also think it's funny that Claudio is like debating if he wanted to spin around Trish Adora. I'm like, brother, I've seen what you've done to Willow Nightingale. Like, you do not have qualms about this before.
Marina directing him though, was pretty funny.
That was funny.
I thought. And Marina too had that great spot with the broken glass, and obviously her stomping her feet into it and kicking Trish around and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of really cool shit in here, and I imagine it rocked to see live, but not quite. I was still riding the high from Bailey and Doyle, and so it's not coming up to that.
I thought this was a really fun TV main event.
Absolutely.
And I'm happy to see these STP guys get some shine, man. And like I really liked even like in the middle where we'd have like little grapple sessions with Garcia and Lee, and especially like into the Lion Tamer from the Border City, like was really with like Garcia, like almost everybody except for Claudio, I think, bladed from the Death Riders of this match, which is funny. But yeah. Oh, and Claudio had the most messed up. Did you see? He didn't have boots on. He had like shoes with no socks.
Yeah.
It looked wrong.
Yeah. Well, everybody was a little, casual. I mean, obviously it's a street fight, but in the Death Riders, everybody's a little casual. Marina had that bright orange Zubaz on.
Yeah. But that is the end of the collision. It's time to fly over the island of Japan, which means
The island of Japan.
Cooper gets to laugh at us for the next 30 minutes to an hour because it's New Japan.
I'm tapping out.
Oh, he's leaving. Elvis has left the building. He's going to bed. New Japan Dominion.
Yes, a gigantic show, one of the biggest of the year happened, of course. New Japan Pro Wrestling Dominion in Osaka Joe Hall. Before we get into the actual contents of the show, I would love to point out that we're still on a bit of an upswing. This show did better attendance-wise than last year's Goto versus Takagi main event, so whether or not you like the Chud Newman or not, you have to acknowledge that he is a draw.
No.
Yes.
The company has got a little bit more draws coming off of Tana's retirement. I do not acknowledge the Newman of it all.
He was in the main event. You got to hand it to him.
No.
Um,
I don't. I literally don't.
Okay. All right. Well, we did start the show off with the peak of the show. It was the New Japan Pro Wrestling World TV Championship match. Konosuke Takeshita taking on the returning cold-blooded snake Sonata. And we opened the show with the old Cold Skull Sonata theme music playing. And out comes a cavalcade of people wearing old Sonata outfits. All in black masks, but wearing the full gear, wearing titles that he famously held during those eras, and then after that played the Babyface World Champion Sonata theme music. Out came someone dressed in the blue robe and someone dressed in the red robe from Wrestle Kingdom 18 with the World Heavyweight Championship, and then out came what surely is the real Sonata, a man dressed in a finely tailored tuxedo, along with the Asuka sort of style kabuki mask that he wore to reveal himself at Sakura Genesis. He takes off the kabuki mask. Underneath it is Clone Sonata from last year with the terrifying hyper-realistic mask, and then smoke bellows from the ramp, obscuring everyone, and then the fucking like awesome guitar riff in the new Sonata theme hits right as you start to realize that it's the real Sonata in bright red, ginormous flowing like robe and cape. And his hair is dyed completely red, the same exact color as his gear and the entrance robe. And then he walks, and he's got fucking bright red, huge sunglasses on too. It's like it's enough to hurt your eyes. It's enough to give you a fucking sunburn, to be honest. Yeah, he walks down to the ring. One of the greatest entrances I've ever seen watching a show live ever. And then, of course, the big baby comes out after, and they get to wrestling for the TV championship. Sonata doesn't, I will say, I think that, I watched that whole documentary.
Yeah.
That they did for Sonata. One of those sort of, produced, like, what's their life like, at home documentaries. And Sonata talked a lot about how this arm injury that we've known about for a long time was really fucking difficult. It's like some kind of muscular atrophy. Like his bicep just could not grow. It was just sort of dying and dying, his whole left arm. And he does look noticeably less bulky in this return. Sonata used to be, one of the more well-built dudes on the whole roster. But that being said, I think if you look past that, he really was wrestling better than I've seen him in a long time. I know it was just a short little less than 15-minute match. But he seemed to be really with it. Like, I think the time off has definitely helped him. He's still very much a heel in the House of Torture. That hasn't changed. He had the guitar shot. He even did a Kenny Omega classic and brought out some cold spray to spray in the Big Baby's eyes at one point, which popped me. But yeah, he did not get the win. He fell to Raging Fire after a pretty sweet little reversal battle, kind of Jay Whiteian almost, to end the match. But yeah, it was fun for an opener, and again, I'm happy to see Sonata back. I hope that he has a good G1. We will talk about the G1 in a second. But yeah, Logan, what do you think about the fucking Clifford the Big Red Dog fit and the return segment?
I thought the entrance was really cool.
It was really cool.
I thought it was a really cool entrance. I thought the match was whatever, but also, hearing everything that he went through, like, I just don't. And, like, I'm interested to see how the G1 goes because, like, I don't know if he should be back already or not.
You think? Yeah, maybe not. He only took a little bit of time off.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. I mean, well, it's been what, like 6 months, almost. Because he took off right.
Yeah, like 5.
His last show was New Year's Dash, and we're in.
You're right. It's
like 5 or whatever.
It's been almost half a year. Yeah.
But I'm excited. I love Sonata, and if he can,
how could you not?
If he can get back to form, I think he's a fantastic pro wrestler. I think he's a hilarious character no matter when he's on the screen. I think him and the All Red, there was a picture that came out, and that might be my new Letterboxd profile picture. But I thought this match was like it wasn't much of anything. But like, I don't really blame that on him. It's not like something I was like disappointed in because again,
no, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, the good thing about Sonata being back in time, even if you think he's not ready for a proper run, is that if nothing else to look forward to this G1, we at least can look forward to the Sonata Summer Collection 2026.
True.
Yeah. Up next, we had Falls Count Anywhere, no DQ, El Phantasmo versus Jake Lee. Yeah, this one wasn't good at all. It was really bad. But it was not Jake Lee's fault, goddammit. It wasn't his fault. He was set up.
Jake Lee, innocent.
He was paired against the worst wrestler on the roster. Everyone was saying, of course it was bad, it had Jake in it, but he had all the funniest bits. It's a problem of ELP, once again, being like the laziest, slowest wrestler on the planet. He did the shitty, he did all the shitty ELP spots. He did the like long drawn out stealing the air guitar thing he's been doing for the past year. He did the grabbing Jake Lee's nipples that he does in his comedy matches. It was all the worst of the worst from ELP. And then Logan, you did watch this one, didn't you?
Of course.
Yeah. This is like the finish of this match is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just mistimed or not. This was actually probably the one good part of the match.
I like the finish. Really I like the finish.
Yeah, the finish was actually kind of funny. Cooper, do you know what happens in the finish?
Why would I possibly?
No. So,
Logan, do you want to explain?
Yeah. So, ELP, when he was a heel, he used to gimmick his boot. He used to loaded boot, And so he goes to do that in the middle of the match. And takes off.
Jado hands it to him.
Yeah.
It's like he's like, wait, you can use this. Yeah.
At one point too, I think Jado hit Lee with the guitar shot or something like that in the back.
Yeah, he did. Jotto, this match happened because Jake Lee relentlessly attacked Jotto after a preview tag. So Jotto is just getting his licks, a bit of revenge in for himself.
So anyway, he gives the thing to load
No one cares.
the boot, right? And he pulls off like the shin guard is covering the thing. ELP starts like trying to untie his shoe, and bro cannot load the boot. He is
takes
for
fucking
forever. He like
it goes for like a minute and a half of him fiddling with the goddamn boot.
And commentary is like making note of this. It's like ELP used to do this all the time, but he can't seem to do it now.
I know. Commentary started referencing it. It was terrible.
And so Jake gets to jump on him, and then
he just gets up and he hits his move.
Yeah,
he gets up and he hits the face break shot while he's in the fucking sweet chin music position.
Yep, and takes the boot that he's loaded up and hits him on the head with it, puts him in the guillotine, and ref stoppage. That's the match. Then he wins.
It was actually the only good part of the match. It was so, and dude, I don't know if that was like the planned thing or not. It was ridiculous.
I think it was.
Why did he take it? Made ELP look like an absolute fucking moron.
I think that's the point. So I think what they're gonna do is, so they did that, and then Lee is in full like Joker makeup and is like doing the cry baby and laughing, and he starts fiddling with his boot after the match and be like, "You idiot."
I know, it was good. That was
good. I think they're doing.
Jake is funny. People are gonna turn around on Jake. Just y'all wait.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
Who's ELP facing? Roy?
He's facing. Yeah. It's Yoshihashi versus Aaron Wolf. ELP versus Oiwa. Yujiro versus Oscar, and Ice versus Taichi.
So what I think is going to happen is either one of two things. ELP is going to beat Roy and Terrorism wins. Or ELP is going to lose to Oiwa, and we're going to have this like, maybe in like tags outside the G1 or whatever, ELP's like really lost a step and lost himself, and he's going to have to like either like turn more heelish or find a killer or something again. Like, he's like, that's what they were kind of alluding to in this match. Like, he used to cheat and do whatever he could to win, and now he can't seem to, maybe he joins the House of Torture. I don't know.
Or UE. There's two options now.
Well, who wants to join UE?
What? They've rebuilt themselves. God damn it. They've got the Holy Seaman Army as the new champions.
It would be funnier if he joined House of Torture.
It would be a lot funnier if he was in the house. Yeah.
Anyway, but moving on. Next match.
Yeah, moving on. This one was really good. It was Taichi and Umura versus Oiwa and Zack Sabre Jr. So in this case, it's a third match on a very long New Japan pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So just like at Wrestle Kingdom, you're not going to expect it to go for like 30 minutes, but there were some memorable moments in here. I mean, all these guys are locked the fuck in. They're great wrestlers. And Roy's just swinging lariats and doing his thing with Umura. They really do have great chemistry. It doesn't feel like a manufactured feud at all. Like, they really have become a great little, I don't want to say team, rivals. Rivals is the word I'm looking for.
Yep.
But this match actually ended. Oh, there were good spots too with the Zach, the little dangerous techers facing each other. They didn't like play on the melodrama too hard because that's not New Japan style. But you could tell that they were both thinking about it. And then this match actually ended with the big man Dangerous T getting a Gato clutch on Oiwa and stealing the victory.
Yep.
So that was cool. The crowd popped huge for Taichi. As always, he is one of the most underrated dudes on the roster, and I don't quite understand because he is just so beloved by the crowd, and it's not just smarky crowds. It's everywhere. And I don't know why they really kind of refuse to do anything with him. It's weird.
Because Gato's a terrorist.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's all it is. He did make it into the qualifiers, but yeah, because of who he is facing, he is likely not making it into the G1 this year, which is very sad. Unless Newman, we'll talk about in a bit, unless he can't make it, and then we could get another Taichi Miracle run, second year in a row.
That would be sick. I was gonna say, the thing is with the qualifier he's in, it's a lose-lose situation. You either don't get Taichi in, or you're gonna have Twitter go up in flames. So, and you will be more mad if Taichi won. So, but moving on.
Yeah, I mean these undercard matches are cool, but they are undercard matches, which is true for this next one too. It was El Desperado versus Místico. I mean, it was cool, but again, it was a short little sub 10-minute match where they were kind of just going through the motions. The shocking bit here is that Despe Hogan was able to get the win over Místico.
He makes him tap to numero dos.
To numero dos. Yeah, he taps him out to numero dos, which is crazy.
It was so like quick too. Like commentary wasn't even like, oh yeah, he's locking in or like popping for it.
Yeah. It was La Mystica style, where he locked it in and just tapped out immediately, yeah.
They tried to put it over on commentary that, like, maybe it seemed like they had a gentleman's agreement to, like, not do submissions or not go for, like, target Mystico's leg that's been, like, injured on CMLL recently.
Yeah, they were saying some weird shit like that. I don't know what exactly the deal
They're
was.
trying to politic to make Mystico look better, is what they're doing.
Yes, yeah. I mean, but this is obviously just going to lead to him getting his win back in Mexico. That's the way it always goes with these things. That's how it went with Hiromu 2 years ago too.
Mm-hmm. But
yeah, I mean it was fine. I hope that they'd be a cool team. This probably won't happen this late in the game, but a junior title defense with those two would be a cool thing to add to Forbidden Door. You know, two guys who are already from separate companies.
They should do that.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Who would even be the junior team though?
I don't know. The Bust in the Brain.
Terrorism.
Oh my god. Yeah. Up next we had Never Openweight Championship match. Aaron Wolf versus Rin Narita, the sold out one.
Is Aaron Wolf finally done with the House of Torture?
Seems like it.
I sure hope so, goddammit. He did handily beat them. Rin Narita came out wearing some absolutely insane, like, Power Rangers-esque entrance gear and a new fit that's finally not just him
in a t-shirt.
He's got, like, some weird jumpsuit. I actually kind of like it. He looks like a supervillain. I mean, he still is ass, you know. I've been complaining about him a while, but I do like the new look. He finally doesn't look like the shittiest, you know, upper carder on the roster.
Evil-esque jumpsuit.
It's a little bit similar, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the big man.
I dug this one.
I thought it was alright. The big man threw Narita around a bunch and won, which was good.
Yeah, he is. I mean, the thing with Wolf, I was saying it last week. There, you can notice that he's getting better and better about little things. You know, as like I said, the expression, like he's figuring out when and where to, you know, do the facial expressions, when to sort of yell for the crowd, how to just emote in the ring, and he's getting better at his moves too. The moveset's still pretty low key, but he did bust out this cool new variant of the angle slam in this one, where he kind of did it backwards and dropped him on his face, which was sweet. The important thing is that Wolf, is the never openweight champion now, and he, since I guess they announced it before this match, he was not, in fact, obligated to be brought into the G1 fold, but he is a qualifier as well, so I can't imagine he loses that and they miss out on such a big draw and a big learning experience for the G1. So presumably Wolf will make it in, but maybe not. Who the fuck knows?
I'm a little...
The important thing is that, yeah. What's that?
If he loses to Yoshihashi... Oh my
god, Cooper, imagine.
Doesn't have the G1. No, he needs the G1.
He does really need it.
And there's two things. I'm really interested because I do think there's some really good block matchups, but at the same time, we will also have to watch him versus Ren Narita again. But if he was in the other block, we got to see him versus like the Big Baby and Tsuji, which would have been like in Bolton. But like we will have Uemura, Gabe Kidd versus Aaron Wolf. Like, dude.
Yeah. That would be awesome. I forgot to mention too. At one point, who else from Hantai came to make the save for him? But Yano and the Big Baby
It's
in
true.
like the shirt that you have, Cooper, the one with the black outline, the white one with the black
Oh
outline.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. He came out with that. It was cool. Um, Up next, we had a match that beforehand they sort of abruptly announced that the winners of the tag title match would also be getting a spot in the G1, and the other ones would have to fight for their spot. It was Oscar and Yuto Ice versus the Great Okan and Hanare. And Logan, I actually want to hear your take on this one first, because a lot of people have been jumping at the crazy result so much that they feel like they're sort of missing the forest for the trees here with this one.
I thought the match was very good. Basically, everything with Hanare fighting the Knockout Brothers was really good. I thought Okan was bad. As in, he didn't really do much.
He didn't do anything. He was like hardly in the match.
He kept getting
at all.
thrown out of the ring or beat up by Oscar, and then he hit a chair shot, and then he got the pin. And I thought the finishing move they use looked bad.
It's not a great tag finisher.
Especially because like it just looks like a normal, like a weak power bomb, and like the face part doesn't look that good. But I thought the result was good. I thought everything with like the lot of the match was really, really good. I think it's like borderline match of the year type. I don't know if I go that far because of
really.
I think there were some disconnects, and again, like a lot of the Okan stuff and like the finish, but like everything with Hanare, and I mean, it had me popping, bro. It had me going, ooh.
They should have won with the when they did that sort of rip-off knockout blow with the Tenzon pile driver. That was one of the best spots in the match, and it kind of just happened right in the middle of it.
I really like too when they went to throw Hanare into the setup. I forget what the knockout. Is the knockout? Is that what their finisher's called? Just the knockout.
They call it the KOB,
the KOB
on commentary, but it's a shortened. It's shortened for the knockout blow. So the finisher is the knockout blow. The team is the knockout blow.
Well, they went to throw him, and Hanare like diving torpedo headbutt into Oscar looked awesome.
That was awesome too. Yeah, Hanare has always been one of my boys. I love my CTE warrior, even though he's sometimes got some ridiculous tendencies. And there were some great CTE moments in this match. At one point, Cooper, you would have loved this. At one point, they him and Yuto get into a chop battle and like a fighting spirit type shit, you know. And they for real start doing the ridiculous like Takayama shoot punch.
Yeah.
I know not like real shoot punches.
No.
They just start throwing fucking punches.
He legit
And then he busts Hanare open like immediately.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
They legit started. So like Hanare starts using closed fists, and then I think it's Asami who was the ref, and like he's like no, they can't do that. And then eventually like Yuno's back, and they just like both punch Asami and start just throwing punches haymaker style at each other. And I mean, like, there was that last 3 or 4 that Yuto hit, like, legit connected right on the chin of Hanare and busted open his, like, his ear. Like, down to, like, there was, like, blood on Yuto's arm, but he goes and, like, licks up whenever he gets up. It was insane. No, I thought this match ruled. It just was a little clunky in certain parts that, like, stops it from being a match of the year. But, like, I'm kind of happy with the result, except for the fact that, like, they're not guaranteed a G1 spot. Like, I think Yuto will make it in, but I'm nervous on if Oscar will. Maybe, but at the same time, if he doesn't, the Tokyo Pimp gets another run, so I'll be happy about that.
The Yujiro being in it is funny. Realistically, though, I wish that, like, I don't know. It's just a G1 qualifier, so it's not a big deal, but it would have been cooler if it was, like, Hartley and, like, Zane J in there instead of ELP and fucking
Yeah, my thing too is like
there were better and lower card options, but it's just.
I don't even think the Knockout Brothers should have to have a qualifier.
They shouldn't. They've been the most dominant champions on the roster. Just because they're in a tag team,
yeah,
doesn't mean that they should be relegated.
What has Sonata done all year? You know what is
true? Yeah, that's true.
It's like what is half these guys who are in here who haven't done anything all year? You know, you shouldn't release it until like Aaron Wolf shouldn't have to have a qualifier as an ever champ. I understand they did that before, but like that's just stupid booking. You know?
Yeah. I get it. I think genuinely part of it is that in this case, I mean, you have to if you're gonna make a tour, like do a whole extra tour where the draw is the G1 qualifiers. You're gonna get like 500 people in Korakuen Hall if you make a match Sonata versus Yujiro for the you make a main event of a show. Like they have to balance it out with what makes sense versus who will get people to come watch the show. You know, as annoying as that is, because you're right, logically, it really doesn't make sense to have Wolf and the KOB in there rather than a guy like, you know, Sonata or Jake Lee. Or, I mean, anyone else, really. Yeah, like, with Roy and ELP, I get it, because they sort of made a point last year. They were like, hey, these guys didn't score a lot. Who knows if they'll make it in next year. So, like, yeah, I like that they have some continuity there. But for the brothers, yeah, they've been the most dominant champions all year. It's kind of stupid that they aren't making it.
The brothers specifically, because like with Wolf, it's like he hasn't done much this year, even though he won the Never title. And I'm like, I can understand that, even if like the thing, but like the brothers, I don't care if they lose their titles. Like they have been so dominant, you know. Like yes, they lost in the cup, but like they lost to Bollocks. So
they did. They lost to cheating too, you know.
Yeah, but
yeah. After the match, we had what I thought, you know, was actually a pretty good little angle where Great Okan gets in there. And this is where I'm almost starting to get in my head with what you said about how Okan was barely in the match. Mm-hmm. And then he does this bit after, and I'm like wondering at this point if Okan is trying to work some ridiculous like meta heel thing where he does just hide behind Hanare the whole match and then like acts all.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's on purpose. Maybe he's sort of playing into that perception of him as a lazy wrestler, or maybe I'm just mixing up. I'm working myself into it, or I'm working myself into a shoot. Brother. So Great Okan goes in to just tear down Yuto with the steel chair, and then a little show of brotherly love. Oscar runs in and puts his body over ice to guard him, which I thought was very sweet. I like the idea of these two having that bond and getting the crowd on their side and making them, even if they're kind of relentless shit talkers, they have that bond with each other. But then the dastardly Okan just starts banging on both of them, and then he sets the chair down on Yuto and Oscar and does the little Emperor sit down on him with both of his titles on his shoulder. I didn't even notice. I guess they did, but when I watched it, I was like, did the Never Six Mans just appear out of thin air? Because I swore they didn't come out with them, but I guess they did. I don't know if they did or not. I just remember distinctly thinking that they did not come out with those titles, but I'm probably just being fucking.
They did.
Okay. All right. Well, up next we had an IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship 3-way. That is Andrade El Idolo versus Shota Umino versus the most over man in all of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Dan the Drilla Maloney. Apparently, they pick the weirdest people to get behind in Japan. I'll say it, man. Why the fuck are they cheering so hard for Drilla Maloney?
I get it.
You get it, really?
I'm gonna hit that Drilla, right?
Cooper's tempted.
He's gonna hit that fucking Drilla.
I think they were. I think it's just that he did that little promo this at the beginning of the year where he was like, "I'm staying."
Oh,
But
for
to
sure.
me, like, it's weird because Drilla like hasn't done anything all year, so it came as a shock to me for him to come out into this 7,000 plus Dominion crowd and get the biggest reaction of all three guys. The second biggest reaction was when Andrade came out and the Osaka crowd started going, "How you know? How you know? How you know?"
I bet it was. I bet it was a aura cinema moment.
It really was. I really loved this match, Logan. What'd you think?
That was good.
This is a great chaotic three-way. I guess as a Shin Nihon watcher, I don't see this kind of thing very often, so it's skewing my perception a little bit. But I liked it. I liked all the high spots, all the fun interactions. I liked it when they got in a little triangle and did a chop battle between all of them. And I liked the drama at the end of the match. It really felt like anyone could steal the win. And a very exciting thing happened. Shota Umino actually picked up the win with the second chapter on Andrade, not on Drilla, and he became the, I believe, the 8th IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion and won his first singles title in New Japan. Well deserved. I think we have all talked about how Shota seems to have finally put the pieces together for himself. He's got his confidence back, and he's got a much revised moveset that works a lot better for him, I think, than the sort of Ospreyism mixed with Murder Ibushi bits that he started doing when he first came back. I think being just sort of a straightforward powerhouse type works a lot better for him.
Yeah, for sure. And there wasn't much of a moment.
No, there wasn't. He got on the mic to speak and then gets blindsided by the madman, Gabe Kidd, making his return after making his return back in April. He was already
this time.
Yes, for real this time. They kind of spoiled it earlier in the show because they had already announced him for the G1. But he did come out and he attacked Shota Umino. He picked up a mic and he said, "Shota, I come with a fucking message. I come with a message from the Death Riders to let you know you were never one of us. It was a token because we stand on business. We set the standard, and you have failed every opportunity your dad has ever fucking politics for." And then he goes
I love
on.
that Gabe Kidd is Irish.
I can't do the accent. I swear I've been practicing it all week, and I just can't get it.
Don't you don't even want me to try. I'll tell you that much. That's better than anything I could do.
But anyways,
That is okay. Saying that you've never stood on business after Shota finally stood on business, the irony is not lost on me. The dude,
He's never stood on business before 20 minutes.
yeah, he literally finally
God.
did it. He finally won a title. It's like the second biggest title of the company. He's like, "You suck," and I'm like, "Come on, man, come on, that's not true. He just won."
this really was a great segment, though. I was saying before, like, I can't hate Gabe. He's still my guy, man. I love him.
He's
I
so
think
good.
He's so fucking good. And some people, like, I love the fact that some people will get on Twitter and be like, "I don't like Gabe Kidd. He's just weird and off-putting to me." Because I really like Gabe, and I always have. I used to say it all the time. I think that he is just a totally, like, beast all to his own in pro wrestling. And if there's one thing I need in my wrestling, it's just something new and different. And he is so completely different from anything else out there, almost to a fault. But yeah, I'm so happy. I love that they had the smarts here to go all in with him being, like a bad guy traitor. That is so much better than trying to keep him as just like, another guy like Takeshita, to where he is there pretty often, but is kind of in limbo. Like, he could have just stayed in Unbound Co. like that and just done whatever. But this is way smarter and just better. So I'm really happy about it. He went on a nice long 3-minute unhinged rant like he always does. And they did, like I was joking about before, they did some very elite-esque lore with him talking to Drilla, trying to get him to come in the ring and join him, and Drilla's like hesitating, and Gabe's talking about like they'll just turn on you like they turn on me. Is like, you can't trust these fucking fans and all those things.
I love too. You missed the part where he ends the promo with he's like, F WWE, or he's like, no, he said, I'm gonna take a message out of my new boss's book, yeah. And he goes, F WWE, F AE, no wait, F Shindy Ho Puresu, and spits on the canvas, and the crowd went, boo, boo. Dude. AEW, we're the best wrestle. You dang we're right.
The best wrestle. That was awesome. The crowd was flipping the fuck out, dude. This is genuinely, it's hilarious because this is getting like nuclear.
It's so good.
It's so fun. It's a really good gimmick, man. And then he goes and they follow him. Oh, we missed the part that I was so excited about, where he randomly in the middle of the promo decides to say like, this is what a real champion looks like, and then unzips his hoodie and he has like a fucking chiseled Conor McGregor all of a sudden.
He is in the best, like, okay, I think Gabe looked pretty great.
Fucking Magoo.
I think Gabe looked really good when he was a big guy, and he's really like, I think in a good physique anyway because of like this style. But like, he is like, when you're talking about like muscle and like shredded, he looks absolutely insane. He is so like lean. He's like Finn Balor. Like right now, this is the best way I can describe him.
Yeah, he looks insane, dude. And like, it's such a Gabe thing to go off screen for a few months and then just come back looking like an absolutely different human being.
Yeah.
And then he walks up the ramp and says,
Oh, you forgot that, he did the crybaby. He did the crybaby thing in the camera, and then it jumps to Tana like utter disgust, like a complete reverse of his match versus Giddy, where he was crying, where he was like just pissed.
Yeah, that was a great bit, doing the exact camera angle of Tanahashi. And then he goes up the ramp and he says, you thought I was sitting at home getting fat? You thought I was just sitting at my couch jerking off? Hey, I was doing that and getting into
it. This is the
that's my boy.
This is the greatest ever. He's the greatest ever. I understand we're gonna get the Shota match for Forbidden and they definitely set that up in the show. Like, he said he had visa issues, but like he's trying to get it for Forbidden whatever. But
trying to get back in these states.
But they should do this in Japan, bro. Like, he had so much heat that it would be so much better in Japan.
I think he's winning that title.
For sure.
Uno's first defense, yeah, and he's going to the G1 as champ. I do appreciate this because, funnily enough, as much as obviously that Shinhan Ichiban was on some level a big old work, I believe truly that Gabe wants to is doing this partially because he really didn't want to just leave New Japan wholesale. Like, you can tell he really does, even though the new gimmick is like, fuck this whole company.
I mean, if they had gotten behind him, he would have stayed.
Yeah, no doubt. And he said that in his backstage comments promo too. He went on another he talked forever. He said something about how he remembers calling Tanahashi during the famous psych ward incident, and he was like, you fucking snake, lying to me. What you told me was, if the people get behind you, you'll get those opportunities. And he's like, but that didn't happen. I had to work for it all myself. So yeah, it's a good gimmick, and I'm looking forward to this. It's certainly a lot better than, even though I'm a Newman defender. I'm a Newmoid defender. I can't lie. I want to see Gabe as the top heel in New Japan still. I think it's got a lot of legs on it. And I'm excited to see him versus Umino. I'm glad because I remember when the Sakura Genesis run-in happened, I was excited but a little annoyed that they were going straight back to the Tsuji well. So I think it's kind of a blessing in disguise that the injury happened and he's going to be kept away from Tsuji a little bit longer and work with Umino again instead, because I think they also have great chemistry. I'm really looking forward to that, whether it happens at Forbidden Door or post G1 or whenever. Or no, it wouldn't be post G1 because they're facing
in
each
the
other
same
in
block.
G1
Yep.
anyways. Yeah. So yeah, that's cool.
Well, probably he's probably going to hold that title till I say Wrestle Kingdom.
They might well after this show. I don't know if it'd be at Wrestle Kingdom, but I feel very certain that he's going to get a match with Drilla at some point too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, good for him. I think Gabe will actually end up being far more pushed in Japan than in the dub if he just sticks around as another member of the Dogs and another member of the Death Riders. But I'm interested to see what he does there too, because I'm trying again to tap into AEW a little bit more again, so I can contribute to this podcast.
And next was the +10 moment of the night for me.
Yeah, for Logan, it was the +10 moment. Yeah, he did not watch Yo versus Doki. I will tell you that this was a total nothing burger of a match, except for the fact that Yo pissed me off some more with some of the shit he was doing. Well, there was one good... So it was mostly just, House of Torture going through the motions, honestly. There was one good bit where Tanahashi sort of got up from his chair and kept Doki from grabbing his old Suzuki-gun cane. That was very good. I enjoyed that.
I did see that.
But it looked like he was like hobbling to the ring, so poor Tana can't...
Didn't he get thrown over the railing afterwards?
Yeah, then Sho sort of got his ass after that. But, yeah, it was just a lot of comedy spots, honestly, and silly House of Torture stuff. And Yo was just being his ridiculous animated self. He was doing a bunch of tribute stuff, the stuff I was specifically calling out for not liking last week. He did the Darkness Scorpion at one point, and then transitioned, because Tanahashi helped him, he transitioned it into the Texas Cloverleaf, and I was like, bro, like, don't fucking try and be the ace. That's ridiculous. And then he won, obviously, and he's the new junior heavyweight champion. And then he can't even stick to only stealing people's bits during the matches, because right after he announced that he was putting on another Doki's game as Yo's game, a four-way at the Tiger Mask retirement show between Akira, Wado, Fujita, and Sho to crown the next number one contender, which I'm looking forward to way more than I'm looking forward to the inevitable one-on-one match with him. He just doesn't do anything for me. I hate to be a downer, because it's not even like funny bad. It's really just I don't like this kind of stuff in wrestling. I think it's lowbrow and frustrating. But yeah. So up next, in the main event, we had our IWGP Heavyweight Championship match. Yota Tsuji challenging Callum Newman. First off, we had Tsuji walking down to the ring with a whole new big match entrance. To a very, I'd say, unique new theme song. Kind of a weird R&B poppy tune that he actually had commissioned from what I looked it up, and seems to be at least a relatively popular artist in Japan, May J. I don't know. But either way, what did you think about the theme song, Logan?
I'm going to keep it a buck, man. I did not watch any of these entrances other than Sonata's.
Oh, really? So you didn't even know that?
I was skipping to the matches because I'd heard something about his new theme, but I didn't realize how bad it was until I saw people's reactions online.
I was going to ask you if you liked it or not, because I actually have seen some people shitting on it. I think it's kind of high. It's definitely unique. It's like, it is just like a pop song.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool. I mean, I think Tsuji has kind of outgrown this, like, sort of kaiju destroyer aesthetic that he started off with, for better or for worse. So I think it makes sense to change up his whole presentation, his theme song. I think this fits more with like the modern, like, you know, sort of telling it how it is, almost like cultured Renaissance man type of character that Tsuji is nowadays. I don't mind it at all, and I think people will get used to it. I think in general, I like that New Japan is starting to do more stuff like this. Like they did the same thing with Fujita's theme, and I really loved the current Japanese Young Punk theme. So they should do more shit like that. They should get more people to have like real songs for their songs. It's always cool.
I mean,
he also had a big entrance. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. Keep going.
I was gonna say he also had a big entrance with the fire and a slightly different entrance jacket and everything. He looked like a big star to me. And then Newman came out with all the UE guys in suits like he does. Except if you were paying close attention, Hanare didn't, and I think it's because he once again kind of completely fucked himself in that match by going too hard and couldn't come out.
CTE warrior.
He's so base.
Now, Jack, walk with me here. Instead of this new pop theme, what if we just gave Tsuji a noir type pulp, you know,
that
theme,
would be sweet.
Because he is Philip Marlowe.
That would be awesome to have like background music from an old noir.
Yeah. Sorry, I just been getting into more of the Marlowe movies after the connection in my mind. But yeah, they were all wearing like black suits, so like they weren't doing the white t-shirt underneath, right? Or at least St. J wasn't.
No, they were wearing all black. Yeah, they were wearing all black.
Yeah, they knew it was a funeral.
It was cool. Jake Lee did not wear the paint with his suit this time.
Yeah.
Last time he did, but for some reason he did not. This match, you know, was sadly one that probably got cut short a little bit, but I thought it was much better than their Sakura Genesis encounter. They sort of seem to have gotten a feel for each other, and I think we're working a decent, you know, main event match with good high spots. I especially really liked that risky Excalibur onto the table spot that they did, and it didn't even break. It looked gnarly.
I think so the thing is, I know we like a lot of these things are like saying it got cut short, which is true because of like Newman's shoulder. I don't know if you saw what he tweeted the other day or like yesterday or last night or something like that, where he's like,
he said that it's fine.
Yeah, he said he like, congrats Tsuji, you effed my shoulder or something like that. But I think the length of it in particular wasn't bad. Like I thought like 24, 20, 30 minutes.
No, it went for a while.
Like I thought it went for a while, and I'm like, I would have actually preferred it to be around that length if they would have got like, you know, obviously Newman's shoulder got messed up, but
I think the only thing that changed really was that the finishing stretch would have been drawn out a little bit more. But the way it stood, it was like he hit the sort of caught him in midair Gene Blast, and then he hit the regular Gene Blast, and then he hit the, you know, debuting Fire Blast. So, like back to back to back, when normally they'd have like more, you know, exhaustion and teasing reversals maybe and stuff like that. But yeah, what did you think about it, Logan, before we sort of move on to the finish and end the show?
I thought it was really good. I thought it was better than the first one. I think Newman, the farther he gets away from Ospreay, the better he is.
That is funny, isn't it? I was thinking the same thing. It's almost like when you're a kid, you know, and you are playing on your DS under the covers after your bedtime, and then, you know, if your mom comes to check in, you turn it off real quick and pretend you're sleeping. Newman has to pretend when Ospreay comes to Japan that he's still a shitty wrestler. But he's actually a lot better now.
No, I don't know about that. The thing is,
he's like, Dad, I swear I'm still doing all your moves. I never changed.
I just think it's whenever people... There's certain wrestlers, like you were talking about, elite lore. Or like bloodline lore. And whenever Osprey's around, it's UE lore time. And that takes away from the matches. And I think he had a tendency of that, like in the Shingo match too, with him trying to like heal it up in certain ways. But I didn't feel like he had much of as bad of a problem in this match in particular. I also think it works because Yoda's a dog and a better base for him, and they
getting better every damn main event, dude. He is such a ring general now. Dude.
They meshed really well together. I really love the Os Cutter, basically the Danielson knee spot they did from the Dynasty match where he went for the Os Cutter and just nailed him in the knees and the back of the head. I thought a lot of the Gene Blasts looked awesome, especially the ones he catch him out of the sky. We'll get to the finish, but I thought that move was really cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can just talk about it now. We can get to the finish right now. Tsuji, the big spot to end this match is that Tsuji has debuted a new finisher, a new sort of variant of the Gene Blaster. Like I said, it's the Fire Blaster. Still kind of a corny name, like always, but it is, a really cool looking move. I think it's smart of Tsuji to not do the spear anymore when it feels like more and more and more people are doing the spear. The Fire Blaster is the same running setup from the corner from the spear, but then when he reaches him, it sort of spins out into like a really quick Saito suplex. Really, instead of wrestling terms, a better way to describe it is that it's Tsuji reaching, even, taking his football background even more literally, and he's just doing a really brutal, U.S. football tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's running at him real quick and just spinning him around, dragging him to the ground. And it's cool looking, especially if it can be hit like that every time. I wouldn't mind if he starts doing it all the time. I also wouldn't mind if he starts doing it as more of a super finisher type thing. But I thought it was a cool little evolutionary, thing that he needed. It was a new move because he's been doing that Gene Blaster since he started. And, eventually everyone needs to add some new wrinkles to their signatures. Yeah. So, cool finish. Tsuji cut a great, little ending promo like, hey, I'm your guy again. The rest of the generation's coming up with me. And then, blew up the internet and got Ospreay upset the night after when he went to Tokyo Sports and talked about AEW. But, that's Dominion for you. I think since we are approaching 3 hours now, I'll go ahead and leave it at that and save the G1 preview for
we have
week
time.
or the following week.
Again, we have a while before we get to that. There is two things I wanted to mention aside from Dominion that are New Japan related. Sure. One, the Token Shop has shirts that say Strong Style Dad on them. So we might have to buy one of those ahead of time in case for future. Because so close to Strongest Style Dad, and they also have the replica toy belt of the version 4 finally up. So maybe that'll become the Strongest Style World Championship one day. But I think that's it. Cooper can finally speak again, guys.
That is it.
And it's time to hit that outro in 3, 2, 1. Thank you for listening to Strongest Style, a pro wrestling podcast. That has been it for us this week, but we'll be back next week with another few hours of rousing wrestling content. If you want to follow us on social media, you can follow us at Strongest Style on X. You can follow me at @ByLoganHurston. You can follow Jack at Average Darth. Cooper doesn't have social media, but Cooper, any last words?
The Western Devil has been felled, and order has been restored to Shin Nihon Pro Res once again.
You can follow us on all your podcast players, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening on YouTube, leave a comment. Tell us what you loved and hated. And if you're listening in India, we appreciate you the most. We will see you guys later. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night. Bang!